Hello everybody! Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Wednesday! Welcome back to a brand new fresh week of Hazel streams. I'd like to thank Jinx for a 42-month resub. Happy Wednesday, Hazel and chat. Happy Wednesday! And Liam Matar with a brand new sub. Thank you very much. My apologies if I have butchered the pronunciation of your name. We've taken over the World of Warcraft today. We're doing something. I have my pen and paper and I'm making a list of things to do, so that's a good start. Good morning, Hazel. Good morning. Hello, Hazel and chat. Hello, Saga. What are we doing? I have 5 things in my list, and then I'm doing a 6th thing, which is making myself a new /old transmog because I didn't feel like the outfit was doing it for me. Oh, that's nice. I like those, actually. Do they have antlers on them? They have tiny antlers on them. I don't like them anymore. Let me see. Not that they're not nice antlers. They're just not what I wanted to go with that robe. Those are okay. They're a little chunky. It's just that when I wear no gloves with this robe, her hands freak me out. So she's got to have something. Did you hear Madsen's coming back? Something headline. I can't say I'm wildly invested, but I hope that it goes well for everybody. Oh, those are nice. Those match. Those match. He's more of a story guy, and I'm more of a I almost call myself a gameplay girl. I don't know what I am, but oh, she's wearing a ring. That's nice. Transmon girly. Do I want to have anything like a halo? No, I don't want to make it too much. I don't want to make it too much. You know, she's a casual priest. Are the boots good? Yeah, the boots are fine. They're blue. It's good enough. We like that? We happy with that? Yeah, it looks nice. Hi, Hazel. It's my birthday today. Hello. Happy birthday. You are not wildly invested. I don't want to give the wrong impression. I have no problems whatsoever. I just think that it's always struck me as a little bit weird that people get like viscerally into staffing announcements for a corporation. It's just a bit strange to me. Is Azelle still alive and kicking? She is. I have let her accumulate rested over the last couple of days. I actually played my hunter a little bit, so I need to update the hunter command. She's got another level. I think she's 27 now. It is much more fun to level in Hardcore Classic with rested if you have the characters to rotate for it. What about the long, elegant arm gloves? Too much, never mind. Are you done with HC? No, I don't think so. I couldn't decide what to do today, and then I logged onto this. It's the beginning of the week, which means, well, it's Wednesday, but I didn't play retail yesterday. So that means that I have a bunch of different things that I could kind of wrap up / take care of. My list includes Whelp Daycare, the Dream Surge Weekly to get a Whelp crest so that she can upgrade a piece of gear, the Time Rift Weekly to get a bunch of paracausal fragments and then use another one of those encapsulated destinies. Hi, kitty cat. The Brewfest Daily, I can knock that out right now, actually. That's nice and easy. I'll do that just at least once for a chance at the renewed Proto Drake Brewfest saddle. And then Turbulent Timeways is written down on here. I understand I need to do 4 time walking dungeons to get a buff to make sure that to progress towards the Sandy Shale Wing. I don't know if they need to be on one character or not. I don't know a whole lot. I just kind of skimmed a Wowhead headline while I was firing up the stream, so I figure if I do it, then I'll know more. And then maybe I'll have answers. Hi, sweetie. You're so cute. You're so cute this morning. Hello, how you doing? You're cute every morning, I can't lie. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Oh, it's been getting cold. She has been insisting that she sleep in bed with me because I guess it's just been getting chilly outside. Or at night. And, Kira Hazel cuddle time. Did you do the thing to get the thing? You know what I mean? I definitely don't know what you mean. New time walking raid? Ah. After being in a lull for months, I'm now getting back to doing art. Very nice. Let's throw ourselves into a Corn Dire Brew just to get the ball rolling today. I'm not going to guarantee that I won't play any hardcore today. Indeed, I have this dream of, on my hunter, I was in the process of switching my pet. I want to use a bear instead of a cat. It's less damage, but it's a little more health and armor, and after having gotten used to having my Voidwalker tank for me on my Warlock, I'm desiring a slightly tankier hunter pet. So I want a bear. I want a white bear in particular, so I'm going to go tame Mangeclaw is my plan. He's a quest mob bear that is kind of in between Dunmoreau and Lochmanan. I already have, I already tamed a separate 2 different pets to learn Bite 4 and Claw 4, so I'm all ready to go. I just need to go get my bear, I want to name it Salmon, because we had Tuna the cat and then Trout the cat. And then we're going to have Salmon the bear. And I want to do that on hardcore. So I guess I'll write that on my list. We'll call it Bear. I was going to make today's stream title some kind of pun about getting my bearings, but it's not going to be a very large part of the overall stream content. Hazel, I fully avenged your first warlock today. I laid the smackdown of those Troxiers for you. That's what we like to see. Oh, here's a mog. I get chills every time I go by there. The druid I rolled in Wrath to be a farmer. It's now level 21. Kind of great and classic, not gonna lie. Nice. Bear in mind that Mange Claw will be lower level than you and Tamed. Yes, yeah, we'll have to level him up. That's totally, absolutely true. He'll need lots of training points so he can learn the new bite and the new claw. But he's gonna eat everything. I can feed him fish, and I can feed him fruit, and I can feed him cheese, and I can feed him bread, and I can feed him meat. It's gonna be great. Trout has been eating all of my buff food because I neglected to carry around a stack of fish that was just for Trout. So, I'm also in a gold making phase, my hunter, where I'm trying to just like use alchemy and herbalism as best as I can to try to generate some gold on her, because she needs rune cloth bags desperately. She bought one. I say as though she's done this in the absence of me. I purchased one rune cloth bag on that hunter. She needs 2 more because she's got to wear a quiver just to get some more bag slots going here. Explain the reason to get different pets. Hearing about it, only have my one pet, which is a boar. A boar is a great pet to have. And in Classic, you really only have a maximum of 2 stable slots, and the second one's kind of expensive. And you can only really summon 1 pet at a time. So your 1 pet's great. There is, however, if a reason why you might want to sometimes stable your boar and temporarily tame another pet, which is that to get upgrades of their abilities. So, like, if your boar knew bite, for example, I don't know if boars can bite, but they must have some kind of like a DPS ability that's on use that spends focus. It probably knows like the first or the second rank of that. And if you're a higher level and you want to teach it like bite 3 or bite 4, what you got to do is you got to find a mob that already knows bite 3 or bite 4. Here, let's open this thing. And then tame that mob. And then have it use that ability near you until your character uses it. And then you can teach your boar how to use bite 4. It's ridiculous. It's the dumbest thing. But that is how it works. WoW-Patopia has a whole section on their classic guide that talks you through it. And hey, we got it! First try of the day. Another data point in favor of just run it once per day and then don't worry about it. Woohoo! Love to see it. I guess we got to go put that on. Neat. I guess I can check Corn Darbrew off my list. Thank you. Brewfest Daily, that's the one. Wolf Cloud Chaser, thank you for the 8-month resub. 2 nights ago, a bear sniffed around our house. That, or a druid got really lost. Oh, spooky. I hope the bear found its way to whatever it was looking for, and I hope that what it was looking for is not within your home. Pickles919, thank you for the 28-month resub. Another month, still can't think of anything cool to say, so hi for now. Hope all is well. Thank you. I relate. I get on stream every day, and a lot of them I'm like, I got nothing. I hope you guys have something to talk about, because I'm out. I was gonna go customize my renewed proto-drink. That's right. Let's do that. Maybe finish the coffee. You just hate RP. Why does Blizzard hate me? Let me see. What could you have done? I'm kidding. What happened? You having RNG troubles? Oh, is it the saddle? I'm going over here. Got the Undastum out yesterday. Congratulations. If Winnie the Pooh's taught me anything, it's that the only thing bears ever want is honey. Charge and Growl, level 34. Need to go learn some stuff. Yeah, I strongly recommend WoW-Patopia's classic page. They'll tell you everything that your boar can learn. They'll have a list of the different mobs that you can go find that will know the other things. Be cautious when taming temporary pets, especially if they're close to your level, because you have to go out there with no pet in order to tame them. And that means that if you like aggro anything on the way there, or you know, like you're kind of vulnerable while you're doing that, so just be really careful. I would hate for you to lose your hunter that way. I definitely remember where the rostrum is. I certainly don't just fly around randomly in the western half of the city until I find it every single time. It's definitely, yes, I knew it was here all along. So yeah, as I suspected, you cannot use both the full transformation and the Drake riding saddle. So if you have something like a Razageth skin or a Sarkareth skin, those are exclusive with the other, like the holiday saddles. You'd have to take it off and do something else. Nobody asked, but it was something I was thinking about recently. So, now that's getting somewhere. I gotta put the new thingy on. New question. Ah, it's in the armor thing. There we go. So there's Brewfest. Okay, well let's match the rest of it to go with it. So it looks quite nice. Obviously it matches the tan. The blue I think is good too. We'll go with the what do you call that tan? Bronze. Scales, light, heavy. Heavy's good. We like any of the patterns. We'll turn those off. We're making it too busy. We have lots of different horns. Basically everything for renewed prototype except for antlers. I gotta take his helmet off though. Horns. What's Brewfesty? The Charger horns maybe? There's some ridiculous horns for this thing. I don't know. I like the ears. I think the ears are cute. I think the ears are good. Besides, you can put so many spikies on these things. And then her tail is currently pronged. What about fur? Yeah. And then there's no armor color options for it. It's just the Brewfest saddle. It's got a tap on it. I know that's a keg and that's how they work, but I've only ever really seen that set up in the context of like the jugs of water that you take camping. Snout. There we go. Yeah, you gotta have a beard like the dwarves. And then you gotta be furry. You gotta be the furriest dragon. Hair. Okay, no, we've gone lichen. We've gone too far. Yeah, leave that. Leave the chops off. That's blue. Oh, I guess it goes with the infinite dragon. World drop purple. That is aggressive. I mean, it's a rich coming from me to call a hair color aggressive. Let's do that one. Eyesight fine. Maybe like some nice blue eyes. Sure. I'm not really good at the dragon dress up thing, evidently. Did I do a snout? I did pick a snout. Do I like it? I don't know. No, I don't. I don't like a snout. I'm sorry. That's the shark snout. Or stubby, beaked, toothy. The snub is so cute, but there we go. Brewfest Drake. Renewed proto-Drake. Okay. Hi Hazel, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, Oskin Winters. Whenever I go Windborne Drake, I get a green animation on the back of the armor. Is that supposed to be there? A green animation on the Windborne Velocidrake. Let me see. Windborne. I mean, my Windborne... Oh, no, it's not green right now. Oh, yeah. That's weird, right? Maybe he's gassy? Using the time walking dungeons to level up my druid, get him geared, considering using him for my main and rest of Dragonflight. Nice. Yeah, no, that is weird. I can confirm that is strange. Yeah. Seems kind of Legion Felgreen. Okie dokie. That was one thing. I'm not doing the bear thing yet. Let's do Whelp Daycare. Let's knock that out of the way. So I'm going to log on to... Well, yeah, 10 minutes. Because I want to hit the Dream Surge portal as well, which I believe is every half an hour. So I've got 10 minutes before that. I can also certainly go out there early. Do you have a take on Blizzard giving Wrath Classic unique mounts? No. That sounds fine. I think. Zpow Tiger. You guys get your new Prime Game. Well, any Prime Gaming users get your new Prime Gaming loot. They threw this up pretty recently. That's a new one. I'm always happy when it's something I didn't already have. Woohoo! They didn't give me something that I spent 800k for in the black market auction house. I'm already at the Whelp Daycare. I don't need to go anywhere. Here, let me pick up this one. Bite-sized lake crystals. And then I think that it's not going to give me any appetizing aftermath. Yeah, it's not going to give me any new dailies that I haven't done yet for the sake of this achievement until I unlock more whelps, I'm pretty sure. Because it seems like they're... Well, I don't know. I'm making stuff up. But I don't think I need to do that one. So, we're going. Lake crystals. They are... What does it say? Blue dragons eat normal food. The most important part of their diet is magical in nature. Homelands of blue dragons and brackenide gnolls enter their camps, reclaim the stuff. Right by Ascara, you betcha. If you only play retail, you can't get the mounts. I mean, I suppose so, but there's also, like, Fortnite skins I can't have. There's, like, I don't know, Baby Blizzard, there's... I think it's okay that the two unique games have different, like, cosmetics that you can get. I guess the Fortnite skin argument is a little bit thin, but I don't know. It's, I guess I just never expected. I never expected. You see Chris Metzen is back. I've heard the news. I'm just thankful that the warning system is in place and it's automated like it is. Oh, for the water thing. I want to do... Honestly, I'm not that stoked about the Sandy Shell Wing. But I do feel a need to get it. At least it's only four runs. At least that was the gist I got from the Wowhead article that I was, again, skimming while firing up the stream. It seems to be 4 dungeons per week and not the 10 or whatever ludicrous number was originally data mined when they were looking at the event. Last time it was a sensor call at the alarm. I think you can do it on ults. Yeah, so what do I want? You know what I need to do is I need to go to the time walking vendor for whatever time walking it is. Did they say Cataclysm? Yeah, Cataclysm time walking. I got to go to that vendor and I got to make some notes about which transmog I don't have, because I know I have the mounts and pets and toys and whatever, but I never did get all the transmog. So I need to figure out which characters need badges and then prioritize doing it on those characters. That's kind of where I'm at. Just to make a stab. It's okay if I don't get all the transmog, but if I can do the event and also like multitask it with getting more of it, it would be nice to get, I see here, it would be nice to get like that initial windfall of 500 badges on a couple of different relevant characters. I don't think I have any tunes to level. I think I'm pretty much tabling that Resto Druid plan that I had. I like Hardcore Classic too much. I don't got time to be doing keys on an alt. Especially if healing on a priest next season is going to keep me busy enough with learning new specs. I don't need to worry about another one. So I don't have any characters to level. All my characters are basically effectively leveled. We did... During the Diablo event experience buff, I got all of my 60s to 70 at that time. What is this? It's Auchenbloom. The all right thing. Like 1 week on a different alt. Oh, not like within 1 week. I need to just do the event so that I know what is going on. I just need to do it. My rating comprehension is not where it should be for this. And I will have a better understanding once I've seen it. It's just like raid testing. I can read the Dungeon Journal of the Livelong Day, and I'm not going to know what's going on until I've actually run it a few times. You know, I killed my first HC character. I made another. She's 17 now. You're back in. Effective way to farm pet charms passively. What were we saying? Shadowlands mission tables being your best bet? That's basically the only thing you can do to farm them passively. Well, not just Shadowlands mission tables. Probably also BFA mission tables and... any other mission tables that offer pet charm related missions. Maybe Legion? Question mark? But certainly the Shadowlands ones. That was good. Because everything else is going to be active. We're ready to go back and feed the Azure Hatchling. And then in 5 minutes we want to do... The Dream Rift is in Thal'Darazis this time. Okay. Legion does pet charms, BFA does polish. Okay. Okay, yeah. So then BFA and Shadowlands mission tables. You can buy rep for time walking, unlocks Mog from faction quartermasters. That is indeed farther down the rabbit hole than I'm willing to go at this time. Not a bad idea, but that seems like a later me problem. Oh, I saw the fish. I got a fish and I sold it. Wow. Sometimes when I log back into retail after having played Classic for a while, I get all invested about like posting, like I'll just get something and I'll sell it. I'll be like, that's 2 gold for me. Add it to my pile. Okay, we're gonna feed I almost called it a fishy, I'm so sorry. Feed the dragon. You want to be a fish? Feed it with a pretty strong armed throw. I might be the last person on Earth to finish. To finish this. Well, okay. Alrighty. Play tag. Tag, you're it. Oh, this thing again. So the nest is back there. What's the gimmick? There's always a gimmick. Needs a head start. Okay. How are Mr. Moose and Miss Kira? They're good. Miss Kira is on my lap. She's currently grooming. She is enjoying some Kira mom time. What do you mean I can't do that yet? What do you mean? And Mr. Moose is good too. Took him out for like a good rousing walk / sprint. Let him run for a while on leash this morning, so he is taking a well-earned snooze. Although he snoozes this time of day anyways. The blue whelp tag is pretty straightforward. Well then why was... Okay, there we go. I don't know why my button was grayed out for so long. It's also not going anywhere. I'm gonna wow head it. Haven't even started daycare. It's a cute thing to do if you're in the mood for it, and I find it sometimes frustrating if I'm trying to do it and I'm not in the mood for it, and I was just trying to do it for the sake of checking it off the list. Oh, there's a few things. So there's one wowhead comment, and it basically just said, yeah, sometimes they get stuck places. Okay. There we go, that's going better. All this has proven to me is that I should not be anywhere near childcare. Or whelp care. Yeah. Still farming Karakta, you get the mount? I do not have the mount. I think it would be facetious for me to say that I'm still farming Karakta, though. I've been pretty lazy about it. I will kill it once or twice here and there. I've found it harder to get groups. I have found it harder to find both spawns of it and then to find groups listed and then to get people to come help even when it's up for me. So, a little here, a little there. It might be one of those things that I come back to. Oh, for heaven's sake, you were... It might be one of those things that I come back to later on. When I can, like, solo it. I don't know. Haven't decided. Part of me wants to stop collecting mounts just for the sake of it, and the other part goes, oh, blasphemy. You need them all. And then I go, well, no, I don't need them all. I'm never going to get them all. And then it's like, well, why don't you get the ones you can get? And it's like, well, what if I don't want them? It's like, what do you mean you don't want them? What do you mean you don't want them? So I'm having a bit of a crisis. Excuse me. There we go. I have not done the secret mounts, no. Doing all the archaeology pristines down to my last one to complete all of them. For the Airco, it just won't proc. It's been a week. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope that procs for you soon. Struggled with the daycare races in the beginning. They're strange because they don't really follow the same rules as all of the other dragon races we've ever done. There was one of them that I, to this day, have no real idea of how it works. I just wow-headed what order to press the buttons in, and then I did that. Just kind of brute forced it. Okay, Whelp Daycare. Check mark, job done. Logging over, it's 9:30, Dream Surge is coming up presently. Logging back over to this character. I gotta go get the Dream Surge weekly. And then in 30 minutes, it's the time rift time. Children rarely get stuck in wells with no way to get them out. Not me getting stuck on the difference between rarely and never. I'm going to... Where is it? There it is. First time hopping in after a while. Love your hair. Hello. Thank you very, very much. I feel fluorescent. It's very freshly done, so it'll calm down a little bit over the next week or so. I feel as though if I was lost in a lake in the evening in a boating accident, I would be visible and be able to be scooped out promptly with no issues. And thank you for the 24-month resub. It's so much fun to watch you. So sweet and relaxed. Always nice. Aw, shucks. Brighter the better. I do think that this is the last time I'm using this particular tube of dye. It's just too blue toned for me. It's more of a fuchsia, and I want more of like a rosy salmon reddish toned pink. So I just gotta give up with this one. I figured that if I lightened my hair and it was really brassy, that might be warm enough to balance it out. And the answer is nope, not really. So I'll just get it different. I'll try something different next time. I think it looks fine, but it's not what I wanted. I am gonna do the votey thingy, and then I'm going to grab the weekly, and then there should be... Ah, it's up there. Okay, I'm on my way. Are you trying to run through all the retail things as quickly as possible so you can get back to HC? I feel like splitting streams between the two is like kind of a poor move. I feel like people are going to want to watch either one or the other, and that splitting the difference makes nobody happy. I guess that's not true. Some of you are just kind of here no matter what. I do feel better in retail, though, if I am organized about what it is that I want to accomplish. If I just dive in and I hope for the best, I am miserable. So I'm enjoying my little checklist. It's working out good so far. Here, let's get into shadow specs so we can do this. Here, because I like hearing about plants and pets and fishing. I didn't end up going fishing. I wanted to, but it was pretty rainy. It was pretty cold and rainy and wet. Although Mr. Moose loves windstorms. They're his favorite. He gets really excited whenever there's a gust of wind. He wants to chase all the dry leaves. It knocks all kind of branches down from the trees, and then he loves sticks. He will pick up a stick. He'll find a branch or stick or piece of long stick-shaped wood while we're walking, and he'll seize it. And he'll be happy as a clam, super proud of himself, and he'll trot along with that in his mouth for a while, and then eventually it will fall from his mouth forgotten, and then at some point he'll pick up a new stick. He doesn't have one in his mouth like for 100% of the walk, but it is one of his favorite pastimes. And it's so cute, because sometimes he'll try to pick up a stick that's like clearly way too big for him, and it's like an oak branch with still like acorns and leaves and stuff on it, and he's just dragging it down the street as this like lanky puppy, and people are just kind of like pointing and laughing because it's extremely funny. He's a goofball. Gonna be exciting for his first snow. I can't wait. I think he's gonna love it. I think he's going to absolutely love it. I don't get why he would like wind, but the sticks now make sense. He gets excited by the sensation of wind, I think. It just makes him all prancy and jumpy and want to run. He wants to, like, run with the wind. He's building up his stamina and his strength. And he's kind of ripped for a puppy. Like, his muscles are looking good. He's coming along. He's really getting his body condition up. I am going to need to improve my own physical fitness in order to continue keeping up with this dog. Green Air, thank you very much for the 14-month resub. Let him paint with all the colors of the wind. Dog does that too. Holds sticks like they're big cigars. So proud, walking like a dressage horse. Exactly. That's exactly what he does. I'm happy. Because as long as he has a stick in his mouth, he's not picking up other things. I had to have him drop a dead mouse again. Thankfully, it was kind of a dry one. And thankfully, he dropped it when I asked him to. So shout out to my boy Moose. But yikes. Do what you feel like, just like you always did. If you have fun, we have fun. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Yeah, we're ready for a thing. What else do I want to do for all of this? I know you can fly around and collect orbs in the zone for coalescence. I kind of like hitting all the world quests. Or like hitting a bunch of the world quests anyways. I just like having like, an extra excuse to do some of them. There's some good ones. Rose Jams, thank you for the 12-month resub. Happy sub birthday. Happy 1 year. Do the world quest while killing any rares that show up. I'm going to give this random boomkin power infusion. Go! I guess it's not a random boomkin. It's somebody that's their boomkin, you know. They see them on the login screen, they go, ah, yes. This is my balance druid. It's time. Those are good tips about the rares. Collecting the orbs was really convenient on the plains. I must be getting close to being able to purchase something good with Dream Surge Coalescence. I have 738. I'm saving up to 1,000 for the mount first, and then I figure I'll get all the cheaper stuff later. I've always liked doing that because it feels like the rewards start to like come really quickly after a bit. Huh. Well, that's just some coalescence. I'm looking for this world quest. It's something to do with scoring goals, and I don't know why. Pets are 250. A lot of fun collecting the orbs in the Waking Shores with how many cliffs are in that zone. Wouldn't be phased, would it? Maybe it's underneath. Could be below. Except that there isn't really anything up here. You know what? We're abandoning that one. We're moving on. Off and away. How far away is BlizzCon now? I feel like we're getting closer. Sample the concoction. Evil me slain. You betcha. Every day. Ah! So gory. At some level, I've always known I was filled with green slime. Is that it? That's the whole quest? I thought that was stage 1 of 5. Alright. I am going to disenchant that? Question mark? Do I want to do that? Yeah, sure. It may or may not be the most gold efficient thing to do, but... I've been stashing all of the Dreambound items on my bank alt just for safekeeping, I guess. I can use those to kit out any alts that feel like they need them. Large, brilliant shards. Are those worth anything? I don't know. Okay, what about this one? Glistening Salamander Hides. Sometimes you just want to grind something. The add-on for flying shows your speed. That is a dragon speed tracking weak aura. It's a weak aura. It also gives me these little lightning bolts on the side, either side of my UI to show me when I'm traveling fast enough to be getting Thrill of the Skies and regaining vigor. I have a link to it somewhere. Is it that? Yeah, there we go. There's a link to the weak aura. I want Salamander Hides. Now, those must be in the river. Pure Games, thank you very much for converting to a traditional sub. Here you go. It's best commit. I am really proud of myself that I remembered it. Go team. Yesterday on Tuesday, I had a Hazel goes to town to do errands day, and then after I had settled my errands, I just kind of walked around the mall for a while. I was like, you know what? I'm already out. I'm already in town. I'm going to go shopping effectively. I had been really not dreading, but some tasks are harder for me to do than others, so I wanted to celebrate having finished one of them by going out and getting something. Anybody looking for the aura will never guess it. I think they have a chance. You want to know how fast your dragon is going? It's dragon speed. I'm not saying it's like a gimme, but you know, it could have been a password containing uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, special characters, and you know, like a smell and a feeling. Get anything good? I got some warm cozy layers, and then I got a pair of jeans because I recently I was recently confronted with the reality that I didn't have any pants that were like nice enough to wear out around other people. You know, if I'm just like grocery shopping or walking the dog or something, I don't really mind. I'll wear like ripped sweatpants and it's not a big deal. But I wouldn't want to, you know, I wanted something that was more intact to wear on social gatherings and the, you know, bi-yearly event that they come up. So I got just a pair of jeans that was not distressed and that fit me properly. And now I have to not get them stained because I have a tendency to stain my clothes, so I need to be a bit careful with them. I didn't purchase a cheese grater. I actually own one already. And I'm confused as to where the cheese grater thing came from. Maybe something in French? One of those depressing half-dead malls. I walked by a depressing fully dead mall with boarded up windows and a bunch of warning signs about how trespassing was strictly prohibited. But the actual mall is still alive enough. It was a weekday morning, so it was the time of the retirees doing their prowl, which I always appreciate. I was waiting for the bus to catch the bus home, and I was waiting there with an elderly lady, and we had the same jacket on. We had the exact same jacket on, and I was like, hell yeah. This is peak style. I didn't say anything, but I appreciated it. I wanted to... I did not take a selfie. I'm pretty sure if I tried to take a selfie in public, I would melt into goo and then just dribble down the drains into the sewage treatment system. I'm going here. When I'm in public, it's like a kind of this really neurotic mix of trying my very best to stay out of everybody's way, not make anybody uncomfortable, accomplish whatever the heck I needed to do out there, and then get home where I can breathe again. I did not talk to the lady and say nice jacket. No, I did not say anything. I did not wish to make her uncomfortable, and it wasn't a super sketchy area, but it also wasn't the nicest area, and I didn't want to make her uncomfortable. Don't understand how anyone can do vlogs, let alone selfies. Power to them. Did I get enough? No, I'm only 6 of 12 salamander hides. It's not going very well. However, they do sometimes drop just regular coalescence just by themselves, so that's good. They drop anything else that I can sell? My bags are just a mess. I need another expansion, and I need them to put less things in my bags, which will probably never happen. And then I can just... I mean, I guess I can just vendor all of this. I can just vendor / delete / just get rid of all of it. Make it all go away. You know, like I got... Get out of here. What is all of this? Brewfest hops. Aaron in 1980, thank you for the 19-month resub. Second Twitch baby, you did not even buy me dinner first. My goodness. Thank you very, very much. You just need bigger bags. I don't need bigger bags. I need less stuff in my bags. I think that having huge bags with a variety of mysteries in them, for me, is not the dream. I want a normal size, manageable bag with only the things that I'm actually needing in them. It's like the idea of getting a bigger house so you can store more of the things that you don't use. That's not gonna make you feel any better. I want you. Yeah. Hazel, you have to send out the guy following you when you kill them to get hides. How did I get the first 6? Did I press the button by accident? You are correct, but how did I get the first 6? Forget every time I do this world quest. When other people around you do it. Interesting. Have you done your 4 time walking? Remember, there is a amount if you do it for the next 5 weeks. I have heard. Yes, I have not done it yet. No. Thank you. Who says you don't learn something new every day? This feels like something that I used to know that I unknew and that I now know and that I will once again in the future not know again. This does not feel like a fact that is going to stick in my brain. This seems like the kind of situation I'm going to end up in about 4 months. I'll be back here for some other reason, and I will be doing exactly the same thing. I got to run a bunch of meetings today. Have a good stream, y'all. Have a great day. Here we go. Toy unlocked, right now supplies. Oh yeah, she's getting her renown up. That's right. Alright, so I'm skipping that one. How are we doing? 68 of 100. Let's go. We must have like some decent world quests. It's like a dragon race or a, you know, cataloging or something. There's climbing gear required. I don't know if I would call that decent. What do I get? 650 gold though. And 650 gold I get to keep. It was a bit strange going to Ironforge on... It was a bit odd going to Ironforge on retail to go to Brewfest. Because I've been through and in and around Ironforge a lot in the last, you know, month and a bit on Hardcore Classic. And I've been running through it on like floor speed, right? You know, 2 little legs unbuffed. No extra speed whatsoever. Whoa, 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 whoa. Kind of thought I could grab any one of those rocks. So flying through on, you know, like a gigantic skitterbug is a bit jarring after you've been, you know, not only walking around, but also watching your feet to make sure you don't fall in the lava by the Great Forge. Sold a few things, though. My gold's doing okay. I think eventually I'm going to get to a point in Hardcore Classic where it's just a big, long grind. And I don't think I mind that, but it may or may not feel... I guess it's streamable. Anything's streamable if you want it to be. What other thought did I have about that? That's so counterintuitive. Yep, nope, thought gone. Love the haircut. It looks so good. And you, thank you. 650 gold seed capital for the next expansion. I don't know about that. What if I spend it all on shoes? Sure. Different game. 80 of 100. What was I doing? I was spending it on shoes. We've got 5k gold. That's not spoken for. Uncollected and usable. 600 gold. Wetlands zone drop. Newly added in 10.17, which makes me think... Also, I'm pretty sure I've had those drop in the wetlands on on hardcore. That's like a not newly added, but like newly re-added. That makes me think that it might be grindable. Although, am I ever going to grind that? Maybe I should just spend the 600 gold. Cataloger's Raft. That's what we want to do. Is your Warlock okay? Yes, Warlock's okay. Warlock is okay. I have not had any further deaths in Hardcore Classic. I have a Priest, my Hunter, and my Gnome, and they're all fine. They're all building up rested. I might do a little bit of hardcore today once I finish my little to-do list. We're getting through the Dream Surge. We've got 11 minutes before the time rift begins, so it would be great if I could get the rest of this coalescence before then. It's not like I'm getting the world quest done in any particular hurry, but that's okay. It's not a sprint, which is good, because if it was, I would be extremely last place. To grind or not to grind? Show you newly rated things. Oh, neat. Try and make some gold with Inksie's professions. I don't know. I need them to give me a reason. I need them to give me a gold sink to save for. Either that or I need to start spending gold for tokens and then using those tokens to buy like shop cosmetics or like the trader's tender packs. But I mathed it out. And it is 32 Canadian dollars to get the to get the pack that's like the Scholars Bundle plus some extra tender. And that's 2 WoW tokens worth. And then the token itself is like, I don't know, what, 280k? Something. I made that up, but somewhere. Anyways, it would be a ludicrous amount of gold. And also, I'm kind of offended that it's 32 Canadian dollars to begin with. So I feel like maybe I would almost rather spend my gold on transmog directly. Shall we defeat Enyamon? Do we have a team set up for that? What if they fall into the hearth at the inn while you're playing retail? Oh, it's the sound that my dwarf makes when I run her over. Or the sound the gnome makes when I run her over fire pit. In a cave, eh? You ever find out if it's worth training Claw or not? Level 38, still haven't. It can... I have. I don't know if you, like, need it. It's a shorter cooldown. Claw is spammable. So Bite's a 10-second cooldown, and Claw is pretty much spammable. So Claw is a nice way to focus dump in between Bite and Growl. If you're not really capping on focus, then I wouldn't stress about it. But if you find yourself focus capped, then you could get more damage by having Claw. I'm using both of them manually because I'm insane. I've been in this cave before, I swear. You'd never believe it, but it's true. There we go. It's because it's not a cave. Do we have a team? Pet Journal rematch. The oldest dragonfly. Do we have a magic team for it? Yeah. Token is 350k. Really? What was I looking at? So yeah, that would make it 700,000 gold to get the balance needed to buy the Trader's Tender, which is really expensive for transmog. The Claw versus Bite versus Claw and Bite debate is intense. Is it really? Wish they would re-release the Bronto again at Gold Hoarder Dragon Auctionist Mount. Be a nice gold snake. I am very curious if they'll ever introduce another auction mount or reintroduce the one, because it really seemed like they regretted adding it, but it's kind of, you know, it's kind of done. People have it. Maybe not everybody, but enough people have it that they're around. All right. That got me, yes. So there we go. We're done with our coalescence. We can go turn that in and see if we have enough to get anything here. Under 300 a couple months ago? Yeah, I thought I looked recently. WoW token. 352, 651 on North America. I'm sure it's more expensive on EU. It usually is. Yeah, anyways, too much gold. Too much gold. I know I have gold, but like, gross. They also regretted adding flying mounts for a while. Did they? I had never heard that before. Trader's thing a battle pass. Is the Trader's thing a battle pass? It's a I'm gonna let chat take that one. I guess I've not played other games with battle passes in them, so I guess I'm unclear on the definition of battle pass. I want to say yes, but I feel like that would be irresponsible of me when I don't really know what a battle pass is. I thought a battle pass was when you paid money to get stuff over time, or to get access to the game over time. The Trader's Post, technically you don't have to pay any extra money. It's with your sub. And then you can do some activities. It's more like a login bonus with some extra bonus for activities, and you can spend it on stuff. So I'm gonna get my Worm's Crest. Another one of those. Time Rift is in 5 minutes. I have 2 Worm's Crests, and I'm going to go back to Valdrakken and spend them? Question mark? Yeah, because I have 808 coalescence. So we're not quite ready for the Duskwing Ohuna mount just yet. It's pretty, though. That's a nice one. I do like that. What can I say? I like Bart's. Going Valdrakken? Kiavas, thank you very much for the brand new Primes. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. The new USD price point for the Tendy bundle feels kind of insulting. Yeah, is it just the transmog set plus 500 tender, or is there more? Because it is quite expensive. I mean, it's a store and it's a cosmetics, so people could buy it or they won't. But it's it didn't really feel worthwhile to me. I would hate to see the income numbers for what more traditionally monetized, or not traditionally, but like, you know, modernly monetized, you know, mobile games and stuff that's really heavy on microtransactions. I would hate to know how much money those kind of things make. I'm sure it's disgusting. What am I doing? Am I selling a bear spine? I'm selling a bear spine. We're doing time rifts. So we did our Dream Search Weekly. Oh, before Time Rift, I need to spend some flight stones, upgrade my staff a few more times. I may as well. I've got a champion staff. So I can chuck a crest in that to cap it out. I'm not wildly concerned about my item level yet going into next season, but if I can improve it, it wouldn't hurt. So we'll spend some tokens to spend some stuff to cap out that, and then I'm going to put more into this chromatic essence as well, because that seems like a good trinket to spend some on. We have... Yeah, I need worm and aspect crest for basically all of this, which I do not currently have. Her item level's up to 428.1, which is perfectly fine. Let's go get ready to do the time rift on my main, who has a encapsulated destiny ready to go. I'm going to be playing Holy. I'm going to be a Holy main. I'll have Shadow set up for whenever anybody needs me to, but I'm planning to put most of my effort into Holy. Should probably try and finish the trading post. They certainly set it up in a way that makes you feel like you're missing out if you don't. I'm heading moving. Did I spend all my flakies? I think we spent our flakes. Yeah, I'm down to 29 flakes. We spent them all. I have an encapsulated destiny buff up. Currently, I have another 2 items in my bag, so there's been quite a few of them. I got kind of bummed, though, because last time I finished a time rift. I had the thing. I got guaranteed loot, and it was one of those 402. I got like a paracausal trinket or something. I did not need it at all. I want cosmetics. I want transmog. I want to pounce. Mounts? Pets? Stuff. Stuff, please. Weekly quest from Timers, showing for my ults after completion of another. You could, in theory, farm an ults for rep. Oh, I see, for the mailable rep. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so this has got 2 minutes left before it's ready to go. I guess I can clean up my bags a little bit. I'm carrying around just garbage. I don't need those extra tokens. Here, we'll chuck the microlicid on the auction house. I'm so sick of looking at that thing. It's a shame I can't send these 180 Worm's Crest fragments that I have on my main over to my new ult. She could really use him. Those are quests. Those are vendor. What was I gonna sell? I was gonna sell something. Oh yeah, battle pet. That's right. 200k for 48 hours. That's fine. Let's get some of this stuff just out of here, you know? Yeah, truly no one wants that. It's been kind of nice having the same auction house add-on for retail as I have for classic. I've been enjoying that. Part of me is tempted to just sell all of the mats in my bags because I'm not really making anything, but I don't know. Do a little scan. If I start Dragonflight today, do I have time for the crab monthly reward? I think so, yeah. Cutting linen pants apart to make rags to cover my homemade apple cider vinegar. It's wildly satisfying. Oh. I was going to say rip the pants, but literally rip the pants. Auctions. So what did I want to know about this? I wanted to know anything good? Oh yeah, I was able to, I mean, I didn't do it, but last time I checked, it looked like I could make, I could profitably make some from scratch potions of power and have that be profitable because these things are both individually profitable and then this is profitable too. So I could probably set up a batch of that. Do I want to do that today? Maybe? I don't know. I haven't like left my character logged in crafting in a long time. It's good gold, but like for what? Alright. Nice, sorry, Dormy. I'm in my last rep level. We're on the final one. This might be the fastest I've ever started a time rift on time. Yeah, I'm going back to priest, man. I'm gonna be a holy priest again. I'm quitting evoker. I had a great time and now it's over. With apples I picked from my tree.
Machines are on the move. Stop them.
Going back to Hazily? No. My gnome, Inksy. She used to have a Hazel name as well, but I renamed her. I renamed her during the alt purge. I want to be a gnome priest again. See, that's where there's a profit of 28 gold each. How many do you normally craft? At 500 once. It was a pain to sell them all. So I usually make them in batches of, like, if we're talking the potions and not just the mats that go into them, 4,000, 5,000. And they typically will sell. They typically will sell. I haven't tried it recently, so maybe the market's changed. It's been a couple of months since I was actively selling. Usually early in a patch, there's more activities. You're going to have more people undercutting, but you'll also have more people buying. But yeah, I would make thousands and thousands of them. Because that's usually how you make it feel worth your time. Sent home. There you go, bud. Hazeline's no more? No, she's fine. She's still on my login screen. I just want to play a gnome. I guess fine's a strong word. She's a file on the servers, just like any other character is. I want Undead Scourge. Yeah, that's the stuff. What do you do when you have a large quantity to sell? They aren't as profitable anymore. You've got two main options. You either sit on them until the price comes back up, or you dump them at a lower price and you take the hit. And for me, it just depends on how impatient I'm feeling. And how many I have of them and how annoying it would be to store them until the price recovers and when I think the price is going to recover. I usually will just sell them and not stress about it too much. I'm not really tracking the exact profit totals of each and every craft batch. As long as my overall gold goes up, I'm not too fussed about it. But you could certainly be more granular about it and track the exact amount that you put in and how much you want to get out and what you are and are not willing to sell it for. Taking into account like auction house cuts and all that good stuff. She's fine. I don't think I've seen this this particular task, this robotic cauldron. See, this is the problem with smart appliances in the kitchen. One day it's your fridge making your shopping list for you, and the next day your oven is deciding to attack you with frying pans. This one. Another thing that I did during the 2 days for which we did not see each other is I logged on to my retail resto druid and I queued a little bit of solo shuffle. I did a couple of rounds. I got a little bit of progress on my vicious war snail. And I actually, against all odds, managed to get 1800. So I now have finished the elite set, at least that I was interested in for Druid for this season. So I am now free and happy to tank the rating as far as I need to get the rest of my wins more easily. I could do some of that on stream as well today, but my problem is that when I was queuing solo shuffle, I wasn't having any fun. It was pretty miserable. I was not happy. I would have preferred to play hardcore or take a nap or do anything else. I was quite grouchy about it, so I don't know if streaming that's the move. Shop Guy, thank you for the 2-month resub. Thanks for the content both here and on the YouTube. Aw, cheers. Jealous 1800 in my druid. I couldn't believe it. There must be the match that got me the rating I needed to get to 1800. I actually lost. I won 2 rounds and I lost 4. And because the MMR was just so messed up, and like sometimes it'll put healers in games that are wildly above them. It was like, for whatever reason, I was 1800 MMR, but they put me into like a 2100 game because I guess there's just not enough healers. Even winning 2 rounds in there actually gave me a ratings boost, and then that got me 1800. Love to get elite sets and vicious saddles. Postponing for when I'm in the mood for PvP, which might be never, but definitely not now. I know that feeling very well. If you gotta do what works for you. If the reward is not enough to talk you into it, then it's probably something that's not worth doing for you. Rubians. I have a feeling that we're not going to get all of the boxes this time around, which makes me think that perhaps it's not really. I mean, I guess I'm getting flakes for just trying, but maybe it's not really worth, you know, sitting up straight and getting sweaty trying to do as much of the things as possible, because we're just trying to get to the final box here, the boss. I transmogged that elite set of my druid though, so she looks all fancy. I'll have to show you guys later. Without the helm, of course, because the helm kind of upsets me. I'm sensing a mechanical theme to this overall time rift. I feel like maybe that'll be the last boss. Joining groups helpful if you still want boxes? I guess so. At least it's not as important as it seemed like it was for Researchers Under Fire. That one, you really needed to join a group if you wanted to get all the rep out of it, which was one of the main reasons for doing it. If you wanted to get like your thingy that you would trade for the fragments and whatever. But joining like Researchers Under Fire groups were no fun at all for me. It was a whole bunch of barely tagging things, being in a massive death ball of people. Everybody's lagging. Your contributions don't feel meaningful in any way, shape, or form, and you're just kind of like following everybody around waiting for it to be over, like elementary school PE class. It was not the most riveting gameplay I'd ever seen in my life. At least this year, kind of. Mind you, I guess I'm also not accomplishing anything. I guess I also feel as though nothing that I do here really matters. What is that? Boffins. Buzzing boffins complete a time rift. I'll take it. I won't say no. Talking like the death balls aren't still going on. Oh no, I'm sure they still are. Did Researchers Under Fire today on 8 tunes. Oh boy. Had no idea what was happening. Solo just kept getting nuked. Boffin's toy achievement totally random. Need 2 more for it. I am really underinformed. I don't know anything about what's going on for it. I just found something, but for what I don't know. Oh, hang on. Yeah, this is, I think, quite random, because it depends on which last boss you get, and I think it is random. I need 3 more myself. Find a variety of items while completing time rifts. Feel that way about all the outdoor timed events. I've been avoiding them. Yeah, I know people like them, but it's just not everybody's cup of tea. The nice thing is that, generally speaking, they're not like super mandatory. They're not really standing in between you and anything that's wildly important if you don't really want to do them. Can you get a fish? That's the only one I don't have. It's an excellent question. I do not know. I feel like I've done this one before. Is my voice intermittently robot-y? Is my stream lagging? Let me see. My encoder looks okay. My upload looks good. My FPS looks good. Testing 1, 2, 3. What if it's just what if it's just morning voice? Crocodiles and robots and hippopotamuses eating sturgeon. Not for me. Okay. I think I have a personal issue that leads me to feeling patronized whenever they call me champion. I know that my character's done stuff or whatever. But, you know, it's like getting hit with the buddy. Alright, buddy, you're doing great. Get him, tiger. I was. Didn't I look like I was about to give up? I think I'm just in a bit of a snarky mood. Gotta love Beacon. There we go. What do we get? We got a crossbow cosmetic. I'll take it. Works for me. Go get him, sweetie. Magni calling us champion. Champion! Finally got the Sniff and Seeker title. It's been 84 years. Congratulations! Your nose must be incredible.
What do you require? I will be here. I can aid you. There is much to do.
Okay. So, I got the, I got boffins done for the achievement, so I just need the mechanized cog and the fish. You would have thought the mechanized cog would have been in that one that I just did, but I didn't see it. Pretty sure it was something else. Oh well. I'm going to use another destiny. And then I have 3 dilated time capsules. I'm pretty sure these are for nothing at this point on this character. I have all of the... Oh, you know what? No, I need transmog. May as well buy them for appearances. 1, 2. Do I have the whole set? What else do I need? Yeah, no, got them all. Alrighty. The fish, the one is the one I need. Running machine on the outside event. Looks like the mechanism racial mount. Once you kill it, it drops the cog. Okay. Alright. Well, we've completed the set. Paradoxical Raiment, Time of Rifts, and Dawn of the Infinite. Well. There's so many recolors of this. Holy moly. Yeah. Campaign, suffusion camps, treasures and creatures. There's so many recolors of that. Alright, Time Rift Weekly is job done. 2 things left on my list. One of them, Turbulent Timeways. Let me log on to my... Well, let me... Here. I want to go to Stormwind. Do I not have a Stormwind teleport cloak? Must not. We'll go to Stormwind via Veldraken. I want to go look at the vendor and see what kind of cosmetics I'm missing from it. I think... Never mind. I don't think. Not the notepad to do gaming homework. Aw, man. It's the only thing that makes it feel manageable. We're hopping in here. Did the Brawlers Guild ever come back? There was some weirdness with it where it was technically gone but still available but not scaled up, so it was just kind of one-shottable. Ish. I don't know. I finished it. I finished the available content last time that it was current, and I haven't really looked at it since. Feels like the X-Pack of Recolors. Shadowlands had an even larger amount of different rewards with each covenant. Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, it's not like the first time they've done recolors, but certainly they've done more of them for some sets anyways than they had before. Which I think is fine. It's more options. I don't think I'm against it. It's just there are a lot of them. They do have a lot of different distinct sets too, though. What was I doing? I was going to go to the Time Walking Vendor, which is over by the lake. What level can I start doing Time Walking dungeons? I don't know 100% for sure. I do not know. I heard something, but I'd hate to spout secondhand info I haven't personally verified. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no Firelands. Alright, what do I have slash not have? Do I have... Why is Can I Mog It not showing me icons on there? Can it not do that? Alright, show for everybody. There's a toy that we have and a toy that we have. There's rep commendations. That's a ring. That's a trinket. Yeah, so there are things that I need. Cloth. There's probably also a way to bring up this list and all of the things. There's a cloth robe that I'm missing. Kind of looks like a dragon slurry color. Rings. Leather robe that I've collected. Mail collected. Rings, trinkets, trinkets. And then there's some plate. It looks like I have most of it, actually. It's basically just the cloth robe as far as I can see. Which means that we can certainly save some badges for next time.
Be careful.
I think. When will you make a Baldur's Gate 3 character on stream? How are my time walking badges? 500 presently. And then I'll get another 500. Now, is there a weekly? There must be, right?
Aspects of grace. Serve well.
Yeah, there is. So if I do 5, heroic Aberrus loot, that's pretty good. Okay. They bump that up at some point, I swear. Hi, kitty. Heard you can use time walking badges, level heirloom stuff. The upgrade items would be on the time walking vendors. So here for Stormwind, by the Cataclysm portals, there should be a vendor, and they will sell for time warp badges the upgrade items as well. I'm just gonna heal one. I have got an infinite time reaver. Used to give normal raid loot. Character based, not account based. Once you've upgraded an heirloom, that upgrade is account wide because it goes to your heirloom collection tab and all characters will have that heirloom upgraded. The badges are character based. Yes, the badges are character based. But if you're trying to upgrade a collection of heirlooms, you get like a bonus 500 badges for your first dungeon on a bunch of different characters. So you could, I guess you need more than 500 actually for the upgrades. They're pretty expensive in badges. I always chose to just do this with gold. You need like 1,200 badges to upgrade a thing. I want that rope. Well, see, now it says I've learned it, but not from this item. Yeah, it is the Dragon Soul robe. I do have it. I wonder why it said I didn't have it at all on my other character. It didn't say learned from a different item. It just said I didn't have it. Oh boy. Alright, here we go. I wonder where they want to go first. I'm not picking up any of those quests. Oh, I haven't done these in a bit. Oh, I guess it's not a choice. I guess they just send you in. We had 2 webs and Firelands last night. So this would then be another opportunity for people to start the... This would be another opportunity for people to start the Phoenix Wishwing pet, right? Because you could get the feather from a less resort in Cataclysm Timewalking? Timewalking Raid Firelands? Bunch of words that go together in some form of an order. Firebird boss. Caw-caw. Yeah. Hi, kitty. You getting up?
Another band of Deathwing's converts? I'll be sure your death is especially painful.
It's occurring to me that I have a Brewfest barrel on my action bar where my heal button normally is.
Isn't how it's supposed to end.
Yeah, it's nice and fast at least.
A perpetual midnight.
I have a real hard time using this thing. There's got to be an angle for it. I guess it's because it like becomes inactive right after it's been used. You all have cause to be very proud of me. Finally, after like a week and a half of saying that I would do it, removing the margarine squares from my fridge and replacing them and removing them and replacing them, I finally made a batch of chocolate chip cookies. They're in a tin in my freezer. My dog was very upset that I was making cookies that were not for him because the first time that he ever saw me use my stand mixer and baking apparatus, I made a batch of dog biscuits, which he loves very much. So now he thinks that any baking is moose baking, and he's not allowed to have chocolate chip cookies because he's a dog. But I have done it. I have created them. I was all excited to have cookies and ice cream for dessert last night, but then I was too full because I had too much dinner. I had leftover chili and it was really good, and I had a huge bowl of it. And then I was like, I don't need it. I don't need the cookies. I'm sorry. They'll wait. They're in the freezer. Stand mixer. Did you get a new one? No, I've had the stand mixer. I purchased it. I purchased it when I moved back here. So I've had it since I moved. I got myself a KitchenAid. I wanted to have one that I bought for myself in my kitchen to mix up thingies. I don't use it super often, but when I do use it, I'm real glad to have it. It is not pink, no. It is not pink. The other one got left in Oregon. Yeah. So I wanted to get myself another one. I got a tilt head model because I'm not really needing bread dough in it, so I didn't feel like I needed like a crazy advanced model of it or anything. And then I was quite nervous about the glass mixing bowl because I thought, well, this is just waiting for me to break it. But I'm very careful with it because I like it very much. So, and then if I ever do break it, I can replace it with a stainless steel one. But so far, so good. Nice baby pink color for their appliances, among other colors. When I was ordering them, it was limited availability. I knew I wanted like certain... I have kind of a color theme going in my kitchen in that I will purchase tools and appliances in certain colors but not other ones. So I had kind of a limited palette to work with. Not, a self-limited palette. But they only had a couple that were actually available to buy. I remember it was a bit of a mess because I was trying to buy... At the time, I didn't have a Canadian credit card yet. And it was a bit of... We got it eventually, but... It's nice being, at this point, a couple years into the move and having all of that stuff pretty much straightened out. Pearl with a glass ball. Yeah, that's it. That's the pearl one. It's pretty.
I can no longer see your light. I can see the light of the moon so clearly now.
Do I need any transmog from this? Time walking. Do I need any transmog that can drop from this? There's one common boss drop that I don't have. Jaina could have given me her staff. Oh, that was Tyrande. And then Sylvanas could have given me her cloak. But now we're going to Murazond, and he's got robes that he could drop for me. Come on, Murazond. Do it. You won't. Give. Apple Pay Revolut. This is an issue that I solved 2 years ago, so we're good now. We're okay. It's just sometimes a bit frustrating to work across borders with different shipping addresses and billing addresses and money in one currency and money in another currency. And there are some places that will let you pay with the thing, but the billing address must be in one country, and it was just a bit ugly. But it's fine now. Red one, overkill one. Would prefer the tilt one, but it was a gift. The thing I remember about the lever lift bowl one is that it worked great, but it was loud. You had to kind of muscle it to get it up, which wasn't like a physical problem, but when it clinked into place, it was so noisy that it would I would have personally done it and it still jump scared me. So I prefer having the tilt head one, which as long as I don't knock it down, I can, I don't know, gently set it down to rest without making quite so much noise. What are we thinking here? Dungeon still counts for 2 for the quest? Does it? Sounds like a bug. I have not done the Firelands time walking raid. I have no intentions of doing so. I did it a couple rounds ago for the Phoenix Wishwing item, and that's about as much time walking raid as this game is going to get out of me. I don't find them fun at all. Jerklet, thank you very much for the brand new set. Appreciate it. It does count for 2. That's weird, right? Oh, thanks, Gun. Any luck? No. Alright. Hubby does most of the cooking bacon, decides what appliances to get. Did you ever get your Evoker Lego? No, and I never will. It didn't drop. And after the last time that it didn't drop, my raid team was done. They're on break. No one wants to see that raid anymore. Even if it had dropped for me, I would have still needed to go back in to get the items to actually make the darn thing. The whole thing was so upsetting and demoralizing that I quit Evoker altogether. I'm a priest now. I've switched. All right. I have 2 hours of knowledge of the Timeways. I thought there was some kind of an item. No item that was only data mining? Maybe it was too complicated. Maybe it just made it too hard to understand for people. Knowledge of the Timeways is an experience buff you get that you get for doing a time walking dungeon during this Turbulent Timeways event. It stacks up as you chain dungeons. Like if you finish another one before that buff runs out, it will stack up the buff. And if you get to 4, you get a Mastery of the Timeways buff, which is a 30% experience buff. So getting it on a max level character is pretty arbitrary, except that if you do get the Master of the Timeways buff, that is to say doing 4 back-to-back dungeons every week for all 5 weeks of the Turbulent Timeways event, you will earn a mount. So this is pretty much what we're after. I'm going to just do the 4 on my main, and then if I want to do it on any other characters, I will, but 4 time walking dungeons a week sounds like 4 more than I normally do. And it'll be nice and fast, though. My friend Flabby has a time walking set in Demon Hunters, so this should be pretty quick. Yeah, I'm a priest main now. I'm not a very good one yet because I just got back to it and I haven't had a tier to kind of get my feet under myself, but we'll figure it out. Hero gear for the weekly quest. Yeah, that'll be good. I'm so confused as to why end time counted as 2 for the Shattered Path Through Time quest, but I'm down for it because that means I don't have to do an extra one to get this hero cache. As long as you use the hourglass once. Oh, weird. Have details up? Yeah, okay. Let me see if it's running. Sure. There we go. I'm really bad at using details options. They're like the tiniest option windows ever. And I'm just not used to, I've been using details for years and I'm not used to window control. I just want to close that one. Because my healing numbers won't really matter. Counts for more than 2 if you use the hourglass more. Ooh. If you went back to damage instead of healing, would you play Shadow or another class entirely? Probably Shadow, now that they've updated Glyph of Shadow to actually show your Mog through it. I always did like Shadow Priest. I always toyed with the idea of if I was going to be a DPS, being a Warlock or a Hunter if I wanted a pure DPS class, but I like healing too much. So Shadow's nice, and then I can do it while still having gear and a character that can heal. Even when I was a Shadow main in like BFA and in Legion and Warlords, even when I was a Shadow Priest main, I would still flex to a healing spec for, you know, if we needed a healer for keys, or especially in BFA. I healed a lot of keys at the end of BFA just because we needed an extra healer around to do Mythic Plus with. And that was one of the things that made me want to switch to be healer main for Shadowlands. It's nice being able to flip-flop. There you go. You gotta clean up a lovely little spot of room to show details so that the time walking set can shine. I'm just gonna be happy if we don't rip aggro. Besides, Gnome is the best race to be because there's one fight in a Mirrorsill that has a route that you need to break, and it's really nice being able to just escape artist out of it, especially as a class that doesn't have an auto route break. You can't, it's not up for all of them, but it's up for enough of them. Cupcake Chaos, thank you very much for the 35-month resub. Happy Wednesday, Hazel. How is retail going? I think I'm done with hardcore now that my level 2700 died. It was my 5th character. Oh, that is a respectable record. That is a great personal best. Make Blackrock Caverns Mythic Plus. The second boss would be Chaos. Oh, Corla? I feel like they should make this Mythic Plus, actually. I think this is a great Mythic Plus dungeon because the bosses are interesting. The trash I remember being kind of interesting too, I guess. I think it's a great dungeon. It's not that the bosses are hard. You just kind of have to know the gimmick. Although I do think that this one, in a tyrannical week, if you didn't really have the numbers for it, would get kind of ugly. So you want to get out before 100. I'm going to step out at about 80.
Stack
There we go. Yeah. And then we just finish the boss before it becomes a problem. Hurts me that I can't have a healing spec as a mage. Wish I could play arcane, then heal when I want to. Not saying it makes sense. I mean, listen. Evokers can heal with like time magic, and mages can also alter time. So, hereby, mage should get preservation. Just stick the preservation evoker spec onto a mage, exactly as is, and make no changes, no notes. You know, easy peasy. Oh, I've tripped. I've fallen. Moose is still sectioned off from this section of the apartment, but we've been doing more supervised on-leash visits, practicing having him just like lay down near the cat and just kind of like sniff around and get his bearings in the different rooms so that he's not completely overwhelmed by how new everything is, as he's also trying to learn how to leave the cat alone. I had him lay down on his bed in my bedroom for a little bit and hang out and just wistfully watch the cat while she ate a treat. It's going good. I get impatient, but I'm trying to remember that any progress is good. And that the last thing I want to do is rush it too much and set them back. I'm trying to imagine how I... Oh, hey, I got it a cloak transmog I needed. Nice. Trying to imagine how I might justify evoker like dragony spells on a mage, like why they would use dream breath. And all I've got is mages can fly because they're magical. Any other transmog I need from here? Time walking. There's 4 pieces I'm missing. I feel like we're probably not going to do the optional plus. There's a bone offhand, but I think you can... I'm pretty sure these appearances are all shared with like the regular dungeon. It's just kind of an extra chance to get some stuff. I think I'm not spec'd into Circle of Healing. Key healing. Yeah, no Circle of Healing. What is that? Something I can dispel. When you can't justify RP logic in a video game, add time travel. Oh, BOE neck. Supposedly auctions for 800 gold. I don't know why. It's a neck piece. What if one day they just surprised us there at BlizzCon? They're like, listen, for the next expansion, not really new features, so to speak, but all the necks in the game get transmog. So each and every neck piece that they've ever added has its own unique necklace appearance. Huh? That would be worth an expansion's worth of dev hours. We'd all pay for that, right? Mage just has to down an entire container of Tic Tacs and sneeze to do Dream Breath. Sounds like the kind of thing they might do in mage school. You go to Dalaran, you're learning, and you know you're just goofing around between classes. That's it. Also, rings. Don't think of Dracthers being proper dragons. They feel like you put a dragon suit onto a stagehand, like a theater stagehand. It's a person in a dragon costume. I'm going to open Scorched Sack of Helpful Goods. Had new visible neck pieces. Yeah, I think they seem to be sticking with visible neck pieces being on barbershop. Like a lot of races have gotten jewelry that's on barbershop as opposed to via transmog. Remind me of Dragonborn in D&D, just lizard people who look like dragons. Yeah. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, Whip Whip. We are time walking, which is mildly unlike me, but we only got to do 4, and we're halfway done already. And then we can be done with time walking for this week. I'll have to remember. You know, this week is all fine and good. It's the very beginning of Turbulent Timeways, but I think that at some point in the next 5 weeks, I might get distracted by something or another. Is that like counting down to BlizzCon or anything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of, yeah. I guess the last week will overlap with BlizzCon. You just gotta remember to do it on like Tuesday or Wednesday before everything gets real busy. Will I be making a guide to the Turbulent Timeways? I didn't plan on it. It might be something to cover in the news video. It's basically just do 4. There's the mount, and then, well, there might be more to it. Need to do it on 5 of the 6. Oh. See, news to me. You guys should make the guide. You got it. Oh. Makes sense to do it on an alt I'm leveling. Yes. Yes, it does. The Warlock is still alive, yeah. I haven't had any further hardcore character deaths, which is getting me a little bit into danger. I'm starting to engage in some mildly risky classic hardcore behavior because I'm starting to feel a little too confident. Not sure what level she is. I want to say 32. I'd have to double check. It might be 33. But I think it might be, it's either 32 or 33. After time walking, this is the last, this one and then one more dungeon. This is the last retail thing that I really need to do today, but also like this week necessarily. So I can log on to hardcore and take a little look at where they are. Look at where they are, and then I want to take my hardcore hunter and I want to go get that white bear. And then give it another fish name. Perhaps we'll make a healing alt and do it. Holy Priest, Rested Druid. Both excellent choices. Both excellent choices. If you really value movement, Rested Druid is a more mobile class. They are faster. They have more movement buttons, and they can do more of their heals while moving. Whereas if you like the really kind of classic healer fantasy of stand cast, glowy sparkle glitters, then Priest is for you. I just love the Priest. It just feels like the I want to say basic, but in a way that exalts it. The classic version of a healer. Rocky for rockfish. Smoky Sam for smoked salmon. I don't think I can give him a 2-part name. OG. I suppose so. Although one word that I wouldn't say I ever really used to describe my priest is gangster. Perhaps I should, but I don't know. I don't know about that. If you value looking fabulous, priest all the way. #1 in transmogs. She's 100% gangster. Make the G stand for gnome when you're golden and sparkly. I just love her animations. She, like, means it, you know? Plus the priest idol. This animation. Perfect. Could not be better. Thinking I need to race swap my Warlock to Drones so I can live out my Eridar demon fantasy. There's a mecha gnome Death Knight named Dinky Toes. The patient. I love. Phenomenal.
Get upwind. breath incoming.
Oh. Crossover. I suppose that was the last piece of transmog. I got some shoes. Last piece of transmog I needed from there. Nice. I hate this boss on Mythic Plus. I really liked it better. I didn't really like it, but I had a better time with it. Mind you, the current version of Mythic Plus, not the Time Walking version. On Evoker, because on Evoker, after you've used the little thing to jump up and over the ring, you can just kind of like double jump glide yourself down to kind of direct where you want to fall and get back on the ground so you can start healing people again. On Priest, it's just like there's so much damage that happens and it takes me so long to get back on the ground. And I have a couple of buttons I can use to help, but it's, I don't feel like I have nearly as much control over where my character is when I'm doing that mechanic, and it gets me into big trouble. Capital B. I do like this trash and current one, though. Every time someone gets picked for the thing, and then they don't notice, even when it's me, and they just like vanish into a puff of smoke and burnt hair, I get a little kick out of it. Did you get the new Whelp Balistraza? I didn't know. I am finished with collecting plushies. I love the ones that I have. I think they're great. I don't need any more though. I'm not buying any more stuff from Gear Store. It's too expensive to get it shipped across the border, and I have a sufficient amount of whelps for any of my whelp-related needs. I didn't know that they put out a Balistraza plushie. That's cute. I don't know if I could ever meaningfully change my stream background. I think it's been around for too long. And I think anything else that I would do with it would be too generic. The other things that I like to decorate my home with outside of like the WoW stuff for this room are all pretty, I don't know, widely used, just like a lot of plants and plants and neutral tones. It would end up looking just like a, I don't know, IKEA. Even the new canvases? Yep, nothing new. I'm good. I'm all set. I have enough WoW stuff. There is no application in my life that I couldn't do without getting a new one that I can't already do with what I have. Got it recently. Big Dragon fan. Venture into the world of wallpapering. You could, yes. One could do that. I think the only thing that would make me really redesign it is if I moved and I had like a really notable, if my new stream room in a house was like, I don't know, like log cabin or had some kind of character that I wanted to work around as opposed to doing the same stuff that I've been doing. Okay, we need, I believe, one more. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. If anything, about glowy colored lights. I have glowy colored lights. I have, if anything, an excessive amount of glowy colored lights. Oh. Maybe that was maybe I'm misunderstanding. Oh, thanks, Kelsicos. I guess I could always change the color one day, but I'm kind of attached to the purple. I like it a lot. Sometimes I imagine having an office that is like a bigger room, although I guess it would be harder to get the sound is, you know, acoustics right. But a bigger room where you have like the WoW stuff in the stream background kind of into like a neat little square, almost like a set. And then you have more workspace like behind or around or outside of that is a different kind of design vibe. So you can kind of like more readily like turn it on versus, I don't know. It would feel more, I want to say broadcastery, and that's not a word. No! Okay, at least it's not just me. Oh, man. Because right now it's basically like just I have a computer in a room with a bunch of stuff that I really need to declutter and tidy up. And then I just have a bunch of equipment on the desk. Like how your office feels, it's cozy. I feel like you guys have the best angle of it. It looks nicest from this angle. This angle's not working for me. I have just a bunch of stuff I need to get rid of and declutter. I need to go through and figure out which things I basically never use and get them out of my way so that they're not impeding me from using the things that I want to use. I like the rugs in here. I like having the furniture in the back. The cat likes to have the extra chair. It's good. I hope they buff the elevator in Mythic Plus. To make it faster or to make it smush people? What about both? It's faster, but it will also smush you. There we go. Do you think they're like at the next boss? Or the first boss, I suppose. But this is the last one I need to do for this week, because this is going to get me my my 5th one done for the weekend event quest, and it's going to get me my Mastery of the Timeways buff. Hate the elevator at tourists. I kind of love it just because it's so funny. Even when it happens to me, I can't deny that it's something about how it's so simple and so easily avoidable and so lethal just cracks me up. I love watching people, myself included, die to big, obvious, easy to dodge, but super lethal things. Like the tentacle squishes on N'Zoth. Primo. Can't wait to brick keys with it. He's fine. I used to be such an anxious healer when I first started healing. Kind of like Wrath Kata. I was very nervous about the whole business. I was very anxious. I was very concerned about keeping up and not being a burden to the group and feeling like I was contributing enough. And nowadays, I think it's just time and exposure. We've really relaxed. You see a tank just floating around 25% health. It's like, yeah, that's a flesh wound. They'll make it. Listen, I'll get there soon. If you die, it's your fault. Sister Coyote, thank you very much for the 11-month race of nearly a year. Almost a year? Where does the time go? Goes to the same place all the missing socks go. Nice, I like these. I wish socks lasted forever. What if there was one pair of magical socks that you could earn as an achievement in your life? Where's my res button? There it is. And you earn it for, I don't know. How do you earn it? You take a certain number of steps in your life, and then you've unlocked the perfect socks. And they are always clean. They are always the correct amount of warm and also breathable. They never run thin. They never wear out. They always look pristine and fresh. Hair color rocks. Aw, shucks, thanks. I bought a tube of dye off Amazon. It's a very different color than what was in the tube. I don't think I'm going to repurchase it. Or it's a different color than what was printed on the tube. It's the Joico stuff. It seems to do a good job of dyeing. It does bleed, so you got to be careful and make sure that you're cleaning it off of any surfaces before it stains them. But it seems to wash out of stuff too. They're never wet. There will always be some meanies. You can repair socks, but never to their original glory. Like a darned sock is never going to be as squishy and supportive and as much of a hug to your foot as a brand new sock is. Lovely, but a fresh pair of new socks. Maybe I just need to replace my socks more often. I think I might be trying to get too long out of them, especially given that I don't know. I'm an athletic sock person. I can't do dress socks. They're too thin. They depress me. They remind me of school. For a non-athlete, I wear a lot of athletic wear. Got a pink once. It ran all over my pillowcase. Yeah, you gotta be careful with hair dye. It'll do that. 10 years for a pair of socks is right, no? Puma socks are amazing. I used to get big packs of those at Costco, and those would hold up for a while. Not infinitely, but for a good long time. Sometimes I miss school. Not like the workload or the idea that you were either paying or not getting paid to do all of this work, but I kind of miss the structure of it. I kind of miss the regularly expected like schedule. I guess workplaces have that too. I miss the innate structure of school. It was always devastating whenever I was falling behind it, but when I was on top of it, I felt like $1,000,000. Just like how long this phase takes. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting Mythic Plus next season. I can't, with all honesty, tell you I'm looking forward to it pacing-wise. I think it's pretty. It's like I'm in a big old sea monkey's aquarium. Big mood, miss school structure. And surely I could create whatever structure I want for myself. I have utmost freedom with my own life. I could set up a bell. I could... It's just a matter of following your own rules, which is harder, easier said than done. Back at Unit 34, I think I appreciate it more now that I'm older. Only wear them if I'm planning on doing a lot of walking. I cannot barefoot around the house because I don't like different textures on my feet. I feel like the more things I share, the more neurotic I come off as, but I like having socks and then also slippers. Also, the feet get cold. I am a chronically cold person, so having extra insulation, it will not prevent the feet from becoming cold. They can indeed become chilled even within the warmest of socks, because if the foot isn't warm, then there's no warmth going into the equation. But I like having some insulation between me and the floor, because no matter how clean the floor is, I don't like feeling stuff on my feet. Slipper socks are piss. You ever have those socks that have like the little rubbery nubs on them for traction? I feel like I had those a few times as a kid. Bell idea was a little out there though. Bell idea. I'm still in combat. There we go. Thanks, guys. Oh, tapped out. Grippy socks, hospital socks are the best. Good luck in your box. Oh, thank you. I saw a picture of an elderly cat having those grippy socks for a better walking experience. Oh, a school bell to add more structure, and it was a joke. Oh yeah, it honestly was something I looked into at one point in my life, because I occasionally have issues with time blindness, so to speak. So having a sound cue that, I mean, you could also get like a grandfather clock, but having a sound cue that's like, okay, it's the beginning of the time for this and it's the end of the time for this, and you know what's going to happen at that time regardless of whether or not you start in anything. It's in motion outside of your control, would maybe help me, you know, like start things on time or stop things on time, because otherwise I'm just awash in the formless ooze of time. What am I doing? I'm going to Valdrakken. I'm going to go turn in the thing. I'm also now 1 of 5 for the Sandy Shell Wings, so I want to check. I want to check something. And then I'll go back to Valdrakken. Grandfather clock's a good idea for about 1 hour. I feel like the dog would bark at it. He barks at the TV when it's off because he sees like the dim reflection of himself in the TV, but it's like not... The mirror he will only bark at if he's really upset, but like dark windows or the TV... He's convinced it's a dog, and it's always a dog that's like defensive because he's defensive about it because it's him. And you have to distract him, otherwise he'll just bark at the TV endlessly. So yeah, that is account-wide progress. So you can do that on a different character every week. You have to do each week. You have to get the buff on one character. But you don't have to use the same character every week. Get lost in the ticking. They're fine as long as they're not set for every 15 minutes. Like the ticking is rhythmically even. I like this set. Yeah, the Warlock's still alive. I'm going to log on to Hardcore for probably the last hour of stream. I'm just going to go pick up this thing. That was the last retail task that I had. Let's go see what we got out of our 5 dungeon box that we got for doing 4 dungeons, because end time is weird. I'm cold. I need another layer. Which level? We'll have to see. I kind of forget. Somewhere in the 30s. Low 30s. 32? 33? 31? 32? Something like that. I can't play videos of kittens because my cat looks for babies. This is the Mooncloth robe, tailoring crafted robe. Rod of the Sleepwalker, which is Black Fathom Deeps. And, what gloves? Gilded Seraph's hand wraps, which were tear gloves from recently. I used to wear the Rod of the Sleepwalker when leveling priests. I used to get that staff before I had like heirloom weapons and stuff, and I would wear it. I've gone somewhere horrible. Where am I going? All right, turn it around. You know what? My Hearthstone's up. Let's just Hearts of Eldrac, and I don't know what I'm doing. I am in Borealis. Freudian portal taking. I miss Borealis, apparently. Alright. I want a sick trinket. That's what I want. I would also accept a hero weapon. This is going to be a random piece of loot from Heroic Avarice. Do 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 do. Ta-da! Oh, people are mad. And that's how you get a heroic Rashek's Molten Heart. Holy moly, I just manifested it. She had a Garbo second trinket too, by the way. Wow. Oh, we're set. Easy as that. Yeah, what are you doing like Pug Rashox for? Just get it out of the time walking box. Every healer just fuming. Power of manifesting, apparently. Can't get myself an Evoker Legendary, but I can get a Rashox on my priest. Beautiful. Love to see it. Honestly, Essence plus Rashox are perfectly fine trinkets. That kind of makes me want to do keys and stuff. That's funny. It's a sign. All right. I am going to take a short break, and then when I come back, I'm going to do a little hardcore. We'll check in on the hardcore characters for the last hour of stream. I will be right back. All right. We're layered. I'm gonna get onto hardcore. You know what I only just found, actually? Is, on the launcher... This is really goofy. Hang on a second. So, like... Where's my button? Oh, no! I got rid of it here. I can do it over here. There we go. So, on the launcher, I had been switching to classic by going to game version and then like misclicking 3 times on the drop-down list and then selecting it through here. I've only just found that there's another button on the bar up here. That's massively easier to press. Whoops. Okay. Watch classic again. Hi. Here says, wait, what? Got 5 of the really good trinkets in my main, so I can swap it as needed. Nice. Fellow up here offliner. Oh, always. I've come to realize that I am just a antisocial kind of person. Okay, so here's where my characters stand now. Thogna went fishing, level 14. This is the priest that I'm leveling with Flabby. This character is abandoned. I may as well delete it, but I haven't the heart to do it right now. This is my hunter. She's now 27. I need to update the chat command. She is 27, and I want to get a new bear pet on her because I want a white one. And then my warlock is not dead. She's level 33, and I'm pretty much going to set her up with a new grind spot. But first, I want to go tame a new bear. I have one in mind. Hi. Hi. Can't you also click the last played button? I don't know about that one. I don't think that's a thing I know. Hi, kitty. How you doing? I thought it was cold in here. It's colder in the rest of the place. All right. So this was a temporary bear. This was an Elder Ashenvale bear that I tamed in order to learn Claw 4. So I'm going to bring this with me out to Mangeclaw, and then I'm going to abandon it and tame Mangeclaw instead. Mangeclaw is going to have to catch up to my level some, but that's fine. We can find a nice grind spot to work that in. And I was trying to sell things. I'm trying to sell Trying to sell myself some alchemy craft so that I can afford to live. Let's do... Sure, yeah, I'll do a 3 stack. Somebody will want that. Do you not look at BNet? No. What's on BNet? Instead of delete, come up with a spectacular death. Oh, for my level 12 hunter. Yeah. There's an argument to be made for that. Bucky Barks, thank you very much for the 6-month resub. Yay, just dinged 30 on my hardcore gnome warlock. Congratulations. Happy 30th day. My mom told me recently I'm a hermit, but I'm like the world. People are often... Oh, the world and people are often too much, Mom. Yeah, small doses sometimes good. Years before I figured out you could double-click a character name or press enter to enter the game. I'm heading. Down the hill. So we're heading up to here-ish. There's a quest there to kill. It's the Lost Pilot quest, but it'll be much lower level, which is fine by me. It'll be nice and safe. And then we need to get our new bear leveled up, which I think I'm just gonna grind mobs in the wetlands. I wonder if he'll... Maybe I should grind some intermediary mobs first. maybe I send him against like a lot crocolisk and the new bear just gets chomped in half. Mangled. Alright, kitty. This is the kitty seatbelt. You scooch the chair and you stabilize the cat, make sure she doesn't fall. I do have a name in the mind for the new bear. I would like to name the bear Salmon. Salmon the bear. Sam for short, but Salmon being bear's full name. I mean, the full name being Smoked Salmon, aka Smoky Sam, but the name running around will be Salmon. Don't feed crocolisk, their stomachs get upset. Hi, kitty, you leaving? I do really like having aspect of the cheetah. It gets me into trouble sometimes. Oh, kitty, your tail. It gets into trouble sometimes, but it's... I mean, I haven't made it to 40 on any hardcore characters, so I don't have any mounts whatsoever. Adopted an orchid from a friend. I'm terrified I'm gonna kill it. Oh, you'll do great. I'm scared of orchids also, but I don't know why. I've never kept one. I've never tried. They just always looked very delicate. My mom recently, she's had an orchid for years, and she can keep them... She kept it alive. Like you know, it's one of those things that's like blooming when you get it, and then the blooming ends, and then it's just kind of like a stick with some lovely leaves. And then she had that for years, and then it bloomed a second time, which apparently was a first for her. She'd never had an orchid rebloom under her care. She was very excited, which gave me hope. Although I don't have any. If anything, I'm kind of downsizing my plants a little bit, just not getting rid of all of them, but kind of picking and choosing some to give away to free up a little bit of extra room to make it a little less claustrophobic in here. 2 of my orchids I had for years from the sun just died out of nowhere. Oh, I'm so sorry. That sucks. Easier than you think. I think it's a hobby I'm happy to leave to other people. I am content to admit that I am at hobby capacity. I do not need to learn any new hobbies. I already don't keep up with the ones that I have. I have enough. I did do a little more cross-stitching recently, against all odds. My dog was passed out on the floor. He was very asleep, and I thought, this is my window. Because if he's like up and he wants to play, it seems quite dangerous to try cross-stitching because he's going to jump on me and I'll be holding a needle and it'll be a mess. So instead, I waited. I waited for him to slumber and then cross-stitched for about 5 minutes, which was 5 minutes more than I had done up to that point. Give up WoW for orchids. It might be tougher to make a content living out of that. Not impossible, but I think it sounds like Miss Orchid Girl's got the market cornered. Hazel break done. Back to meetings. Don't die. You betcha. Had an orchid for 5 years. Hasn't rebloomed since I first got it. I'm taking these. Silverleaf is basically vendor trash if you're not using it to make anything, but Earthroot is actually worth selling. I have no idea. If this hunter makes it to 40, I have no earthly idea how I'm ever going to afford a mount. I'm going to need to like camp steel bloom spawns or something. You could start so many orchid alts. Hazel's alt social media accounts. Orchid keeping. It's giggling at that name. It's a ridiculous name. All right. I'm gonna let the lower level herbalist take the herbs. Oh, except for the earth root, I need that. I can sell that. Briarthorn sells well. Mage Royal does not. Mage Royal is mostly used in wisdom files, which are superseded, generally speaking, by mage buffs for a lot of people, and also they're a smaller usage set than something like health files. Briarthorn is used in health potions, so Briarthorn's gonna have a higher value. Earthroot is used in lesser Troll's Blood, and the medium Troll's Blood have like much harder to find mats, so people stick with the lesser Troll's Blood for longer, which I think drives up Earthroot value. But it's tough to say. It's all conjecture. Hardcore market is really fascinating in the ways in which it's different from other versions of the game, because the motivations behind which things people use and why are going to be very different. People don't tend to train every recipe, and they don't tend to things that are only used for leveling are going to be valuable, but not as valuable as the stuff that's used for like the defensive stuff. Water good. Am I happy with where I'm going? I am happy with where I'm going. We got to go through this first. Bonds don't live long in hardcore for inflation to happen. My oldest and I are going to catch up on the Great British Bake Off, play Final Fantasy together, reflect on how much life has changed since I was at uni when I used to just write letters. Aw, that sounds like a wonderful night. That sounds really, really sweet. Yeah, I can't imagine what uni's like now. I wonder what would have to happen for me to go back to school. Sometimes I see people at school, or like students, you know, they'll be on the bus heading to UVic, or like, you know, younger students that are like at school. And I will just get hit with this big wave of, okay, it's over. You know, like I'm finished. I graduated. I often have dreams that I'm not going to graduate, but, you know, I have. It's over. It's done. Can't hurt you anymore. There we go. So, temporary bear, thank you very much. Appreciate your sacrifice. I want this one. Mostly just because it's pretty. It's going to be level 11 though, so we are going to have some catching up to do. If you could change your Twitch, YouTube channel, or internet persona name without any downsides, would you do it? I don't think so. I think it's been good. I think that having the games appendix is very, like, 2012, which, to be fair, is when I was coming up with it. Oh, no. Oh, for heaven's sake, I'm in cheetahs still. Luckily, this is quite a low-level bear, so it's not really going to decimate me or anything. Come on, salmon. Smoky Sam. Salmon. Good. Now we must level. Hopped on. Warlock's still alive? Yeah. Yeah, she is. I might do a little bit of grinding on that today, although I do kind of want to get this, I do kind of want to make an effort to get the bear sorted too. So, one thing I could do here is teach Salmon Growl, because that doesn't take any training points at all. So even though he doesn't have any TB, we can just teach Growl 3 and then... Oh no, he's not high enough level. Teach Growl 2, I suppose. Also, if you could... Here, let's loot some lower level food to use. Because we don't want Bear to run away. Bear must become happier. Any boar meat? Boar meat? Yes? Yes. There we go. Eat that. Salmon's so cute. This isn't time walking. I finished. I did my 4 time walking cues. Want to hear a polar bear story? Is it about a train? Sure. Extreme time walking. So I have a rapid fire now too. It's I only just trained it. I'm pretty excited. It's a big day for everybody. I think maybe I should level up salmon a little bit here by catching up with some trogs, perhaps. Maybe go fight some trogs over in Death Valley. Little vengeance for my former warlock. I can also just like go live my life. I would just need to be very cautious for a while because salmon's pretty squishy right now. Not very caught up. There will be... Where do I see his experience? He's got -4 training points. Yikes. Loyalty level 1. Level 11. We've got a lot of catching up to do. Usually I would catch up pets just by kind of like not worrying about it and assuming that they would get caught up to me eventually. I imagine that if I go kill mobs that are closer to my level, it'll be like a great deal of oh, I've come in from the north way. Gross. Experience. Like it would be a lot more experience. So if I just go through the wetlands, perhaps. I think actually I have a quest here, a level 20 quest for the Algaz Gauntlet. Let's do that. Let's go see if we can make that happen. Maybe I'll get a fresh little food buff going here. Level 42 Mage of the Deathlog. Oh, Dust Belcher Mystic Casters, man. I saw some 50s die yesterday. Like a 58. If true, and it very well may be, heartbreaking. Just brutal. Just not okay. Anyone know what happens when the Master of the Timeways buff runs out? As long as you got the Master of the Timeways buff, if you're just trying to get the mount, also, I guess I didn't see if it had a duration on it still, but it counts in the achievement. You should have 1 of 5 in your achievement tracking. So that won't go back. Did it say why the 58 died? It did. It was some kind of, it was just an enemy. It wasn't fall damage or anything like that. Saw 60 die to fall damage yesterday. Hi, Hazel. Hi, Jans. How you doing? Can I still talk about retail? Yeah. For sure. Oh, did I pick up my quest? I forgot. Let's go get that. It's a pretty low level quest, but that's perfect for Salmon here. He needs to get caught up. I got distracted. Also, apparently I've learned Claw rank 2 from Mange Claw here, even though I already knew Claw rank 4. Keep thinking 60 is dying to silly things like this on purpose. It could be. If somebody's only goal was to get to level 60, then perhaps they would take great joy out of dying dramatically to something silly. Yeah, exactly. Some of them also could very well be deathlog spoofs that people certainly have found ways to cheese the deathlog and just have, you know, fake entries show up. I don't know if it's been patched. I want Dragon Maw Scouts. They'll be around here. I did this quest on my warlock much closer to level, and it was like a little spooky. If you could die to anything in hardcore, what would it be? If I could die to, like, I get to choose my own death, and I want the best death. I want that boss lady in Scarlet Monastery without the pants to kill me. Not actually. Like, I'm not gonna go do it and make it happen. But, if anyone was gonna kill me in the game, then, yeah. That would have to be it. I'd die to a Defies Pillager at 60. Old age! Pets turning on you would be pretty epic. Oh man, the Hunter Death in Darnassus was so funny. Haven't played WoW in a year and a half. Holy cow, it's so different. Dragonflight has really motored along at a rapid rate. They've added all kinds of stuff. Three researchers doing research stuff in the Arctic. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's not a happy ending story. Polar bears are scary. My understanding from, I don't know, other people and no personal research whatsoever is that they're the only type of bears that will actively hunt humans as food as opposed to just doing it opportunistically. What can I say? They're hungry. It's kind of my fault that their ice is going away, so I'm not going to say that they should eat me, but I wouldn't hold it against them. I'm gonna be mostly soloing these guys for a little bit. Oh, hey, I got a proc. Maybe I'll send Salmon in first. Let him get the opening on this. Is he getting... Oh, yeah. There's his experience. He's 10% of his way through the level. I'll do this quest, but I think it might do me some good to fight some more level-appropriate mobs. Although... I wonder how fast I can power level him if I struggle my way through the more level-appropriate mobs. Because these are already much higher level than Salmon is. He's only level 11. Got a long ways to go. Oh, he's hungry. I do much prefer the classic version of pet friendship and pet feeding. Although I was a bit surprised when feeding my pet did not heal them because I'd gotten so used to the retail version of it. I was like, why are you... So you're full, but you're still injured. What's up with that? How'd that happen? Now, I know he'll be quite wroth with me if... I hope these guys start dropping like some cheese or something because I am running out of... I don't want to feed him my own venison. That's my buff food. And these lean wolf flanks are for a Duskwood quest that I'm certainly going to turn in one day. Is that... Oh, it's Steel Bloom. I need it. Okay, we gotta get to the back of this camp. We'll do it a bit carefully. Me and my friend group ended up dying to a priest psychic screaming inside of one of the stockade boss rooms, thus ended our hardcore run. Oh no. I'm gonna have to be careful with that. I just learned psychic scream on my priest. Sounds like something I might do. I should be a bit careful over here. Just because these are much lower level than me doesn't mean that they won't hurt. Yeah, I certainly pull aggro off of him. He's not... Salmon's not taking a lot of damage because Salmon's not tanking. Salmon's doing Salmon's best. You send him in first. Have him growl. It's a triple pull. I'm going to pop rapid fire and I'm going to actually multi-dot a little bit. Oh, Salmon's died, I see. 75%, 64%, 57%. Let's aspect of the monkey. Let's use like a health pot. I'd like to kill that one. Oh no, there's more. Goofy move. I've tethered them though. If it's just one, that's fine. Anyone's heart rate up? This is why you keep Mongoose Bite and Raptor Strike both leveled. Oh no, they're coming back. They're coming back. Or just that guy. Well, he's almost dead. I need him for the quest. No, he's tethering. Okay. Alright. Sorry, Salmon. He didn't like that very much. He's going to be upset with me. Alright. Well, I need mana. I'm just gonna sit. He's gonna be so upset with me. Oh. It's a good thing they're kind of immune to aggro for a minute. Here, mutton chop. For you! Alright, am I happy with, Here, let's just do one at a time. The problem was that we had a quad pull. It was just too dense back there. I do want the steel bloom. I may need to let go of that steel bloom. I may need to accept that that steel bloom is not happening. I need 5 more grunts. Which are not necessarily in the camp. They're also in the camp, but you can certainly find them just around. They respawn so quick, it's scary. Jackson thank you for the 29-month resub. Hey Hazel, how are you doing? How are your fur babies going? Hello, I'm good. Fur babies are good too. Kitty's in the office with me and Mr. Moose is snoozing out in front. I had him run off his zoomies this morning. That was good. He's sleepy now. What is the line of thinking before naming your bear pet after probably his favorite food? I thought it was cute. My first 200 pets, one was tuna and then the other one was trout, so I'm sticking with the fish theme. Mr. Moose is getting so big. He's still not as big as all the other dogs we see, but he's been kind of like slowly ranking up his size relative to the other dogs that we see when we're outside. So at first he was the same size as like the adult small dogs. And then he was the same size as the adult medium dogs. And now he's like slowly catching up to like the older puppies of the large dogs. He's growing. He's growing like a bean. Okay. Do you, no, that's okay. Should be some more up on the walls and stuff here too. That's a scout. I like the scouts better because the scouts fight from range, so that when my guy loses aggro, I can still attack them with my ranged weapons and not have to melee them. You could also use wing clip and probably try to like run and kite, but I don't like to do that because I don't have enough spatial awareness to not get myself into more mobs. They grow so fast. Is this a recurring process? Moose and Muffin could fit, you know. A recurring process of what? Hazel in chat. Hair looks great. Oh, thank you. I like having a fresh cut. I feel all breezy. I did a little running this morning. I felt extra fast. Okay. I think that salmon should be my last pet that I need. I'm not gonna be like min-maxing for raid or anything like that. So most of is that a grunt? There's a scout. It's basically just about whatever's gonna be a good pet for me out in the world, and they're all pretty close. I think it doesn't really matter wildly much. I don't feel like I'm gonna do a lot of juggling multiple mobs unless necessity requires it. I think given the choice, I'd rather fight one at a time because I can't multi-dot the same way that my priest can. I can multi-dot with Serpent Sting, but not priest, pardon me, warlock. The majority of my damage is going to be kind of more in single target. Can I pull that one back? Oh, they're level 19, so they're a little lower level than this. They'll probably get away. They've got a full grunt. Here, I can take that one. What kind of health did you get to? Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Walk it off. Naming your pets after their favorite food. Did you name Moose after his favorite food too? No, if I named him after his favorite food, he would be called Beef Liver. Hey, Beef. Beef, come here. Beef, do your business. He also likes his mom's pumpkin cookies. Where's the beef? I feel like that's a reference to something that I really should know that I don't know. Was it just an advertisement for beef? Was that the whole thing? Those are scouts. I want another, like, 2 grunts. I guess I can try and get these ones up on the walls. In the 80s. Ah, I see. Wendy's ad campaign. Gotcha. Have you thought of playing Cyberpunk? Not with any degree of seriousness, no. You need to kill mobs that give you XP to level your pet? He's definitely getting experience. Although some of these are green, so maybe that's why. I figured that if it was a low enough level to give him experience, because they're higher level than he is. I thought that was good logic. Oh, I want 1 more grunt for this quest. Are you a grunt? Scouts? There's a grunt, but like, these guys respawn so fast. I don't know if I want to get myself in there. We'll backtrack. Beef is kind of a hilariously great name for a dog. According to Petopia, you have to get XP. Alright, well, back to the wetlands it'll be then. Hopefully at least it goes quickly. Because, yeah, he is 40% of the way through his level with a couple of 21s. Are you guys grunts? Are you a grunt? Are you a grunt? What if I just kick you in the kidneys? You might grunt. You know, I'm a night elf. I've got long legs. Scout? There's a grunt. I don't know about walking all the way up there. I don't know about that. I might wait for a respawn a little closer down. Love that the Dream Surge portal in Theldraszus is mostly flying through birds. Smokey Sam the bear has more backstory than the actual hunter. She is ordinary. She is uninteresting. She wants to be the star of her own story, but she is reluctantly admitting that there is nothing particularly notable or remarkable about her, except for the fact that she is her and nobody else is her. Well, so there's 2 grunts over there. Is the lock fine? Yeah, the lock's fine. It's my dog Kibble and my cat Pate. Make your pet attack it. My pet's quite low level, so my pet, I'm assuming, has a higher aggro radius than me. I don't know if that's correct, but it's usually safer to ranged attack pull than to send a body in there because a body's going to be way more likely to grab extra stuff. I am a polar bear. Yeah, I tamed Mange Claw, and now I'm just on the very slow, long process of getting his level caught up to mine, because my hunter's level 27, but this bear is level 11. And, well, I was going to say hungry, but, you know, not that hungry. He's all right. We got to go find some mobs that will drop stuff for him to eat. He eats meat, fish, cheese, bread, fungus, and fruit. I'm pretty sure that's all of it. So if I get any more chests open, if I open any more chests that give bread, no longer is it a waste of time. I can feed the cheese and or bread. Grilled cheese to the bear. Ooh, somebody bought my elixir of defense. I'm gonna be rich. True omnivore. Bears are great. They're straight up garbage disposals. I wouldn't trust the cheese that's been sitting in a chest. I probably would trust the cheese more than the bread, assuming that it's relatively, like, not super moist in there. I feel like bread will mold a lot more quickly. In cheese, aging can be a feature. You have to feed the pet in classic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You have to gain their loyalty. You have to feed them to keep them happy. Otherwise, they will eventually turn on you and run away. There's all kinds of good pet management stuff. All right. So, what are we saying here? There's Mage Royal over there, which is vendor trash, but it's my vendor trash. We've got some not really all that much higher, 21 mobs. I need to find some easy, 21's probably good though, because it'll be easy mobs that are green, so that the bear will get some experience, but I'm probably going to pull off of them. This bear cannot hold aggro. He's much too low level to hold aggro on me, plus he gets decked anyways, so I'm going to be fighting these generally in melee. And my melee kind of sucks. I have not ranked up Raptor Strike or Mongoose Bite very much lately. I wasn't really justifying the silver for it, which means that it takes me a while to kill stuff in melee. Also, I was an aspect of the cheetah. It's no good. So it's going to be a bit of a process. 50%. Speaking of grinds. Is that steel bloom? No, it's bruiseweed. Why they removed that in retail? You can feed pets in retail as well. It functions as a quick heal, but it's pretty useless because you can heal your pets just by pressing mend pet once and then they're fine. And they also regen health pretty reasonably. I feel like they made they automated too much of Hunter for me on retail. I like retail Hunter and I love all the different pets you can tame, but it doesn't have the same feel for me as classic Hunter does. Ooh, a Briarthorn. That bear doesn't seem to have a happy expression. He's really proud of his teeth. He has to show them to everybody. It's a little bit tricky for his, you know, his mouth dries out a little bit because I don't think he ever really closes it, but he's really proud of his teeth. Yeah, no, the Warlock did not die. The Warlock's fine. Warlock's fine. I'm playing my Hunter for fun. Also, she's got lots of rested experience she needs to burn off, and I was on a bit of a journey of getting a new Hunter pet. Try pulling with concussive shot. Oh, that's a good tip. Thank you. Always panting. No snow. Have you lost friends on hardcore so far? I've been mostly playing alone. One of my guildies that I know was playing was doing died a few times in a couple different characters in like their 20s. Flabby, as far as I know, hasn't died at all yet. But I'm mostly playing solo. Classic cozy leveling. Saw the tall character panicked. Nah. No, Warlock's fine. She's 33. She is freshly 33. But I figure I can, if I play the Hunter until I use up all of my rested, then, whoa, Salmon gets trucked. If I play my Hunter until I use up all my rested, then, you know, my Warlock's getting rested in that whole time. Flabby is immortal. Flabby is immortal. What time is it? Oh, it's 20 to noon. Also, gooey spider meat. That is something you can eat. I mean, not that he's hungry right now. Oh, he is hungry. There we go. Your pet doesn't like that food. Oh, pardon me. That's gooey spider leg, not to be confused with crisp spider meat. He only likes the juicy bits. Oh, goodness. One of my biggest noob disappointments was when I leveled my first tune in BC. Got to 1,000 needles, saw the snakes with wings shoot lightning bolts. Dismissed my pet. Had it all the way there to get a pet that did not have a shooting attack. I was so sad losing my old pet. Oh no. Oh boy. You know what else this is good for though? It's getting my defense skill back up. My defense skill is at 117, which isn't super far behind, but it's not perfectly up to scratch either. This. My melee weapons are both from like level 18 to 20, but every time I check, I can't find anything better. They're mostly stat sticks. This is really one of the only times that I'm ever really going to be... Oh, he's almost going to level. That's his, that's actually not his level. That is his loyalty level. He's loyalty level 2 now. He's no longer rebellious. He's just unruly. Yeah, Warlock's doing good. Warlock's doing good. She's been... I haven't played her much recently. I got her to 33, and then she's been chilling in an inn. Accumulating rested. But it's so much now that I'm kind of in experience grind land. It seems like a nice, I mean, it's not the most impressive thing to do, but it seems kind of like a nice chill way to get characters to 60 in hardcore is just to kind of rotate them with rested and take it easy. Because it'll make it take longer over calendar time, but it'll make it take less actual played input time. So he's got to get to 20 before he can learn, how to use another rank of growl. But I wonder if he has training points now that I can spend on... He's got 8 training points. I can learn bite 3. Or we can We can save. Wait and get bite 4. You get training points when you level, so I'm sure he'll get quite a few by the time he's caught up. Do I want to bother with bite 3? No. We're fine. Ironic that warlocks don't have to deal with unruly demons. Oh, this hurts. I'm gonna get a new food buff. That's kind of scary. Oh, I wonder if I can sell that spider silk. Yeah, 11 silver for that. That's pretty good. What do these do? Leech poison. Oh, they have a health drain poison. I wonder if it's probably better for me to fight something else if I'm grinding. Oh, maybe whelps. Maybe we go take a look at whelps. Input time really makes WoW sound exciting. Leave it to me to make this whole process sound just thrilling. I do actually still have a quest that wants me to kill a few of these. Not these specific ones, but there's a couple of, yeah, the fen runners have a chance to drop the flint that I need. Simon's hungry. Yeah, different people like to do different things with their pet automation. I have come to prefer just having all of the buttons on an active keybind. It just gives me more things to do. little more control over the focus spending decision making process. It's pretty arbitrary right now, but it's, you know, you like what you like. Always hungry again. I can't feed in those wolf flanks. I need to take those back to Duskwood. I've been carrying them around. Spider me. There you go. I want that fen runner, but I just want the fen runner. I don't want the croc. Here, we'll take the croc first then. At least we get the serpent sting on it. They need so much food when you're first getting their loyalty up. Here we go. Yeah. This is going faster now. Yellow face unlocked a core memory. I miss it. I don't think it would be very popular if it was brought back, but I think I actually genuinely enjoy Classic Hunter more than Classic Hunter more than Retail Hunter. I also don't really love having, and I know you can spec in a way that doesn't use it, it's just not necessarily optimal to spec out of it. I don't really love having, as a Beast Mastery Hunter, the double pets. I feel like having just your one pet that you always use is a much more kind of palpable connection with your pet. It's more identity. It's more like, this is my buddy and not these are my, you know, Christmas decorations. I feel a lot more, I don't know, connected with the pet when I have just the one, and that's like the one that I use for basically everything. Enjoy one pet BM Hunter. Warlock is fine. She is not dead. My hunter was just about capped on rested experience. More animals around me, the better. Yeah, and I'm sure there are versions of Retail Hunter that you could spec in a way that give them just one, are you herbing or are you farming? Farming. Pet, but... Survival's just one pet. Yeah, but survival's melee. That's not what I want for my hunter. I say as I play melee. Switch between tunes after they're rested is full. That's kind of the idea. I'm not tracking it super scientifically or anything, but I'm sort of rotating them a little bit to get some extra value out of the rested. Django117, thank you very much for the 8-month resub. Hello, Hazel. Hello. How are you? How are things? I think Salmon and I are going to spend lots of time together. Ooh, what's that? King's Blood. All right. King's Blood is worth... It is worth selling. It is worth selling. I wonder... It must be used for something. Use it in mana pot... Greater Healing Pots. That's probably why. Greater Healing Pots are mildly profitable, apparently. People buy those. I guess... I mean, I buy them on my Warlock. I don't even want to taunt it on Salmon. Salmon's taken too much of a hit. I don't want him to die again. Oh, that's a level 25 whelp. I should, For some reason I thought the whelps were like 21. These are like actually yellow for me. I should be a little careful here. I don't want to double pull them. They're casters, so I can probably just tee off. But I am going to have to tank all of those. Yeah. Good experience, though. Maybe that's the one that'll drop the pet. It could be. Oh, I don't have any companion pets on this character. I guess I could send it to my Warlock, too. Her bag space can't take it. Yeah, this is like a little sketchy. It's fine one-on-one, but it's one of those things where you know if you had a double pull, you would be in actual genuine danger. I don't know about all that. I'm not using target to target, no. I have threat plates. That works for me. One of them can't be hit with any type of shadow magic. I should probably, you know what I should spend his training points on? Hey, leveled again. There we go. I should spend his training points to rank up. Well, I kind of want bite. How many does he have now? He has still 8? Really? He had 8 before. I don't understand how trading points work. Yeah, he still got 8. I could get claw 3. I could get bite 3. 24 to 28. Yeah. I think there's no harm. Oh, he's not high enough level to learn bite 3. Oh, I see. All right, well, I'll teach him bite 2 then. Can you learn claw 3? 16. No, he's not high enough level for claw 3. Ooh, herbs? Oh, more King's Blood. Anyone else's drive for hardcore vanished the second they died. Still enjoy watching other people play it. I think there would have to be a point where if I died, I wouldn't have it in me to start again. But the one time I died so far, it just made me really determined to do everything better. I think that if I died again, it would be different because I don't know how much more... It would be less a matter of optimize more and it would be more just like a whelp, you messed up kind of thing. Because last time... don't get me wrong, last time I definitely messed up, but it felt more like a knowledge gap. There was a lot of things I wasn't doing. Buying gear on the auction house being one of them. My rotation was a little bit different. Are you happy with that? So, up to 13. Up to level 13. Leveling in Wrath instead. Having a lot of fun. Level 59 would be, yeah, no, not for me. That would be hard. So Salmon tanked that one, which is good. He took a bit of a... took a little bit of a bruising. You see the Arfist pet. I scrolled by the thumbnail on Wowhead. Does that count? It looks cute. Wrathy Highlands, me, my biggest fear in HC was always aggroing while running away from aggro. I'm nervous about any place that has an enemy faction base in it. I am very cautious in Ashenvale. I won't go to the I won't go east of the river in Ashenvale because I do not. I'm so scared of dying to a Horde guard. I think it's just they're gonna get me. I'm gonna not notice they're there. I'm gonna wander into one, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the most frustrating thing. So I'm like hyper paranoid about not even going anywhere near any of the enemy camps. I don't even like going into zones. Like my Warlock has quests to go to the Barrens for a couple different Warlock training things, and I haven't done them because the Barrens, there's Horde out there. That's where the Horde guards are. Oh. Don't like it. What do the Fen Runners do? Moss Hide. 27 rogue died like that. Sucked. The 1k needle. Torn guards almost killed me on my Paladin yesterday. Oh. Wrathy also has the Death Squad that roams. The Loch Medan Death Squad almost got me in my Warlock. I don't want another one. Leashed it. Hearth back to Stormwind to wait for PvP to fall off. That's smart. Here we go. See, I could get this quest done with Salmon. I just maybe not the camps. The camps are bait for... You'd have to be in like a party of 5. I don't know. They're tough. That's just a few too many. Plus the respawns on them are nuts. Those camps love nothing more than to hyperspawn right on top of you. Oh, it's almost noon. How did time go so fast? I had a lot of fun today. It was nice kind of getting my retail sort of cleared up for the week. I could still maybe do a little solo shuffle, and I could still maybe do like a key. But outside of that, I'm pretty happy to do some hardcore. Maybe I'll play my Warlock a bit tomorrow. Those camps are how my priest died. Fear juggling got resisted. Oh no. Would I dare doing the Stranglethorn Vale Arena in hardcore? No, never. I will be known for many things in my life, and bravery in the face of massive risk is not one of them. I think I need to rank up my Raptor Strike. It's like 70 silver. If I wanted to get a new rank, a Raptor Strike, I need 70 silver. I mean, I have 70 silver, but it's like a pretty substantial amount of my net worth right now. Oy. But I am using it right now. I think this is the last time I'm switching pets. I think that this, like, Salmon should do it for me. What's my Hearthstone set to? Ironforge? Might be time to go back. 13 and a half. Oh no! Human warrior level 27 drowned in the wetlands. I wonder if he was working on that quest. Or if he was just swimming in the harbor or something. That's brutal. Alright, I'm gonna hearth out of here. I'm gonna go back to town. You're so pink! What did you use? Hair dye. Amazon pink hair dye. GF's imp saved us from a skull level scarlet guy running down a mountain to kill us. Oh, mining a copper vein. Holy moly. In Swamposaurus, having to watch for the Stonehard grunts everywhere. Oh, that's stressful. I don't know how you do it. Alright, I am all done for today. I will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. I think I might do a little cozy hardcore grinding, maybe on the Warlock. We'll have to see. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.